gone. You're talking about 25% taxes, 45% debt. You got 70% of your money already gone. Now, guess what you haven't done? You haven't even took care of nothing called living expenses, have you?
Right.
You haven't taken care of tithe and offers and charitable contributions and invested for retirement. So let's go take a look at that. Some more obstacles. Let me keep, I want this to be balanced. Now, assume $1,650 in monthly. We're talking about recurring expenses. This is not your debt. You know, recurring expenses like lights, gas, water, insurance, food, things we must. So in this, utility payment, I just call that lights, gas, and water combined. $350, and that can be a low ball. And it's getting ready to go up, y'all. But now, home phone or cell phone, internet, cable, $145. Insurance, we're talking about, let's say, car insurance, life insurance, health insurance, all your insurances, I'm kind of low on this. But $135. Food, that's a month. And Lord help you, you got 5 or 6 kids. Because you know it ain't going to be $500 a month, it might be $500 a week. Right. But $500, I'm just using that for food. Auto gas. That's in Texas. That's right. $400 a month. Now we got the cell phone. So now, what does that look like? We got 26% of your money is gone on living expenses. So what does that mean? We got 25% on taxes, 45% on debt, 26% of your money is taken up on living expenses, and you haven't even started charitable contributions or investing for retirement or an emergency fund happening. But you got 96% of your money already gone. Now, I don't know if you can relate to this, but there's millions of people in America that's in this boat right here. And they don't even make $75,000. So, obstacles continue. Now, you got to take a look at some other things that's essential. Things that we deal with in life. Health insurance. I don't know what your cost may be, but these are things that you got to pay for. You got health insurance. If you got small children and you're trying to work, child care. You do have to have some kind of entertainment. All work and no play is bad for anybody in it. Yes. So you're going to do a little something as if you can. But throw something for entertainment. Then you got personal items, you know, hygiene and stuff like that, and clothes and toiletries. Well, there's $1,250 there. So I just call that 20%. So when you look at 25% on taxes, 45% on debt, 26% on living expenses, and 20% on basic necessities, what you have done, you've exceeded what you make. Now you understand that people spend more than they make. Well, you know, at the banks and financial institutions, when you go to borrow some money, get a car or a personal loan or whatever, do they base that loan amount that they're going to give you on your gross pay or your net pay?
Your gross.
Exactly. They base it upon the money they know you're not going to have. Because, let's say, for example, if you made, $6,000, and let's say they took a 1/3 of your money going in taxes, $2,000. You got $4,000 to live off of, and they're gonna give you a loan for $6,000 based on $6,000. They set you up for failure.
That's right.
And it's easy to rob you when you don't know you're being robbed. So, in this situation here, so again, why might you not exist? For the purpose that I'm talking about. So now, there's 116%, and then we're going to go to the next one. Now, so what do we need? You see, you're already behind. 116% of your money gone. So what do you need? Okay, monthly cash flow you need, $6,250 what you got coming home. That makes up to $75,000. That's your gross pay, right? Your gross pay. I ain't say what they're going to after taxes dinner. So here we go. Charitable giving. If you're going to give to God, let's say 10%. That's $625. Then you got retirement savings. You need to be investing for your retirement. How else are you going to get that income producing asset I was talking about that you're going to need? So you're going to invest 610%. Household debt at $2,800. Recurring expenses, $1,650. Emergency fund. You notice these things are in the red? Because a lot of people haven't started them yet. But these are what you need. You need to have an emergency fund built up, and it should grow to about 6 months of your take-home of your income, your take-home pay. Now, excuse me, your living expenses. Now, why do I say your living expenses versus your income? I just showed you that your living expenses are higher than your income. You need 6 months saved up. Now, let me show you why this is important. Many people that have already been in my econ and been practicing what we teach, when COVID hit last year and shut the country down, they already had their emergency fund. They had their short-term emergency fund, 3 months. They had their long-term emergency fund, 6 months. Many people didn't have nothing. And all of a sudden they shut out work. And they thought that maybe this might not last too long. Maybe it might just be a month or two. Maybe it might, they say we're going to get warm and COVID's going to be gone when it warm up. COVID said, yeah, right. And then it got warm, it didn't go. And maybe it's going to go away like a flu. Whatever they thought it was going to do, COVID rules this thing, right? We're still learning about it. Many people are still out of work. Yeah. But those who had their emergency fund, they were prepared to sustain themselves for at least 6 months and beyond. But the vast majority of people in this country, even the ones that made a lot of money in corporate America, they were in the same long lines of the food bank. Did you ever see it in the news? Mm-hmm. For miles, people lined up just to get some food, a box of food for Thanksgiving, to feed the family. In America?
Right, amen.
Look, folks, this is real, okay? So, it shows you here, bottom line, get $2,500 in the hole. In the hole. There's got to be a better way, would you agree?
Yes.
Amen.
So this is why my econ. See, people got this problem. Now you might not have it, but there are millions and millions and millions out here in America got that problem. Now the numbers may not be just like that, because I'm using an example based on somebody making $75,000. People make different kinds of money. They got different bills and etc. But they find themselves in the same situation. And they say, Lord help me. And when you reach out to him, you're the answer to that Lord help me prayer. Now, there's a story about a good old deacon. I don't know if y'all heard this story about the good deacon. That he was a good deacon, man. He got better God, prayed every day. He believed God, trust God, and a flood came. And the flood came, and the flood was bad. They had to send some trucks for the National Guard to get people evacuated out. And everybody getting out but the deacon. The deacon said, hey, I trust in the Lord. The Lord is going to take care of me. Y'all go. Truck had to go take care of people who wanted to get on the truck. The water rose on up. Deacon had to get out and climb up on top of the house. They in a boat. And said, Deacon, you got to come to safety. The water is rising. Deacon said, nope, I tell you, I believe and trust in the Lord. He's going to take care of me. Boat had to go and find other people who were on top of their house to get to safety. The water continued to rise, y'all, and it done covered the roof of the house. They came back with a helicopter, found the deacon up in a tree. Barely could be above the water. Deacon, get on board. Can't you see that you're going to drown? Man, I tell you, the Lord going to take care of me. The helicopter hovered around long as they could. They about to run out again. They had to go. Yes, unfortunately, the water rose. Deacon drowned. He gets to heaven, though. And he mad. They got to be happy in heaven. Deacon upset. And the Lord said, my son, why are you in heaven? What a sad face. Well, Lord, all my days, I trusted and believed in you. God said, yes, you did. But why at a time I needed you, God, that you let me down? Why you let me drown? And the Lord looked at him and said, Deacon, I sent you a truck, a boat, and a helicopter. What more you want me to do? The moral of the story, you are the boy, you're the messenger. Now, when you reach out to people and invite them to learn about income shifting and a program that can fix their financial life, and if they say no, all we want to do is not have guilt on your conscience that somebody that you got the answer, you got the solution, and don't you let your conscience be written that you did not try to help. If I show it to you and tell it to you, if you say no, I did my job. See, when I do an income shifting presentation about how your money works, and I break it all down, and you tell me no, and you say no, you're saying no to your money, because that's all I've been talking about is your money, not mine. And if you say no, what did you just do? You said not for me. You just told me that your money not for you. That's probably why you ain't got none. Okay, I'm just saying that this is the reality that people got to face and we get the realization of. So with that being said, how then can we help? What's the solution we got? Can anybody tell me what is our solution?
My econ.
There you go.
Educate yourself.
Financial education. My econ is a personal financial success company. And what we provide for everybody is a personal financial success system. A system. See, the whole world is run by systems and subsystems. I mean, the universe, the solar system is a system and subsystem. Your body is run by systems and subsystems. Right? You got the cardiovascular system, but the cardiovascular got to have the respiratory. The respiratory got to have the nervous system. Everything got to be dealt with by the digestive systems. Now let's talk about personal financial success. Because I'm not going to talk about financial failure. You know why? I don't believe in failure.
Amen. Right.
I believe that we are winners. I believe that God put in us, in His creation of each of us, the innate ability to succeed no matter what.
Yeah.
It's not about where you are right now. It's about where you're going to go. Okay? Because I've been broke, busted, and disgusted. I've been homeless. I've been down, but I was never out. Because I don't give up. And life will test how much fight's in you.
That's true.
Now, have you ever heard the expression? It's not about the size of the dog, it's about the size of the fight in the dog. My econ is the solution that we're going to talk about today. And we're going to show you the systems that we have in place. First, we help a person to come in business for themselves, start a business. We're going to teach you about how to minimize your taxes. That's the first step of income shifting. Let me show you something. And I hope you're writing this down. Now, you do have a choice when it comes to your money. And when it comes to your money, the choice you have, you can give your hard-earned money to IRS. Y'all know who that is, right? Yeah. That's Aunt Iris. But she's married to your Uncle Sam. Or you can give your money to YOU. Now, let me ask you something. Holly, of them two, which one you like the best?
And what was the question?
You got a choice to give your money to IRS or YOU. Who you like the best?
Why, oh, me.
Oh, me.
Why oh me?
Okay, so we let's go and me. Now, if you could do this right here, shift. That's what we're talking about tonight, income shifting. And you can shift legally. Where you are giving too much of your money to IRS and put about $300 to $500 a month back in your pocket.
Yeah.
Would that be a good deal or a bad deal?
Amen.
That starts of a good day. That's a new beginning, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's the first step. Minimizing your taxes. I want you to pick up the packet that you got. And I want you to go to that page where you see IRS. It's in that packet with the, yeah.
Wait, what one? Bank.
Just with the bank receiver?
Oh, this one?
Yeah, so somewhere, wait a minute. Those are my statements?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, yeah, so in there you got one from the IRS.
It's the last.
Internal
Yeah.
Revenue Service.
Internal Revenue Service.
Last page.
That's IRS and IRS. Now,
Last page.
we're talking about minimizing taxes, and we're gonna do that by correcting a form called a W-4. Now, that's the form everybody fill out when they start a job, right? Now, listen, if you get ready, on your cash flow manager, pull up the financial tools. Now, watch this. Will somebody read to me what IRS, what that document say?
Why you asking?
Which part? In the,
Let's start from the top. Okay, first of all, who is this from?
IRS.
I want y'all to know this ain't Dexter, this ain't Money Doctor, this ain't my econ talking. It's IRS.
Big
And what is
fund,
that? Huh?
big fund, big tax bill.
Big refund.
First some refund facts.
Okay, now hold it, before you go too fast. You see, this says big refund and big what?
tax
Big
bill.
tax bill.
And you see the question mark on both of them.
Yeah.
Wink, wink, nod, nod, pay attention. Keep going.
Okay. Federal tax refunds to individuals totaled more than $215 billion last year.
Now, folks, that was in 2005. Last year was over 300 billion. Go ahead.
More than 101 million taxpayers got refunds, that's 80%.
Now put a pin in that. 80% got a refund. Remember that. Keep going.
The average refund was $2,126.
And again, that was 2005. Last year it was over $3,000. Keep going.
Okay. Where does your refund
Now,
come
that's what I
from?
want to get to. Where did it come from? It was not no stimulus check. It ain't free cheese. Where it come from?
It comes from your wallet or purse when you tell your employer how much to withhold from your paycheck.
Now, say that ain't so.
Wow.
That's what IRS said. When you tell your employer how much to take out of your check, next time y'all complain about it, Lord, they take too much out of my check, you told them how much to take. And you say, well, wait a minute, when did I meet with my employer? I don't remember that meeting. Well, you didn't meet with the boss. You filled out some paperwork when you started the job. That form called a W-4. It was vague, not good instructions. Nobody sitting down helping you fill it out right. And you're in that 80% category that IRS said that filled it out wrong. And what else they say?
Or you make an estimated tax payment for the average refund, that's about $40 a week too much.
To who?
Too much.
Who
to
said
us.
Who said you're giving the government too much?
Or you make an estimated tax.
No, but don't. The IRS said you mess about $40 a week to what? Much.
Too much.
The IRS said you're giving them too much. They tell you. Now continue.
You might be using an extra withholding as a forced savings method. But Uncle Sam doesn't pay interest on refunds except in special circumstances.
And I don't think nobody in here is in a special circumstance that the government giving you some interest on your taxes. Now she's gonna give you a solution. What's that solution?
Putting the money in a type of savings account or paying down debts might be a better option.
Thank you. Stop right there. Now, who said that, y'all? That's IRS. So you be better off them. Stop giving us too much of your money. The Bible says give unto Caesar what is Caesar's.
Yeah.
It didn't say overpay Caesar, did it? No. Now, so what we're going to do with what IRS said? We're going to correct the W-4. For average, most people we have to put an extra $300 to $500 or more. So we got some households that put in an extra $1,100 or more a month. That's a house note a month back in their check. Well, here, $300 to $500. Now, what's a good idea? What should we do with that money? Go shopping?
No, invest.
Invest. Okay. Let's say if we do that, Jeremiah, we got $500. Let's say you get 8%. Now, basically, if you go ahead over with your calculator, now you got 8%, and let's say we do this for 20 years. Jeremiah, you're young enough to wait 20 years, right? Okay? So now, this is how much you got.
Or 8%?
No, at 8%
Oh, at 8%.
for 20 years.
I can't get into my cash flow manager.
Oh, you can't?
It's not
Okay.
working, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, thank you. Tell you what, the devil is a lie, and he don't know, he got all kinds of warriors in here.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
So, see, look, I don't want to be me saying this. Financial tool,
Okay,
periodic monthly investment,
got it.
and
$500,
at 8%
8%,
for 20 years.
20 years. Calculate is a total of 290.
Hold on, 200 and what?
$94,510.21.
And 21 cents. Jeremiah, are you okay with that?
That's the overpay?
Huh?
Is that the overpay?
No, that's, good question. She said, is that the overpay? That's what the overpay is worth. This is your wealth you're giving away.
To the government. To the government.
Your money has value. Question, who owns the value? Is it making sense now? Now, okay, thank you. Here's the question. Question is, how long can you live on that?
Oh,
People
me?
say, well,
No,
so we got $294,000. Let's just round that up to $300,000. How can you, be real? How long can you live off of, you think?
Indefinitely.
Indefinitely?
You can do it, right?
Do you do okay?
You can invest off of that too.
Oh, that is invested.
No, you
That's
can
a-
take that and invest
take
off of
that
that.
Okay, so what you gonna eat off of there? 'Cause this is what you gotta live off of.
Not all of it.
Maybe about
We could take some and invest off of it.
Okay, so, okay, that's fine. But how long can you make it last?
20
That's the way
years.
you wanna do it, huh?
20
Oh.
20 years?
Okay, Jeremiah, where
Yes,
you
you
going?
could.
That means
I mean, yeah, how you,
And where?
yeah.
well,
In Mississippi, you could.
if you buy a house,
Mississippi is
but
$600 a month.
California, I think it's like maybe
No,
6 months in
not
California.
in
So,
California.
hold on, let me help y'all out.
Not in California.
Let me help y'all out. Let me help y'all out. Hold on. Let me get everybody back in here.
Rooms to
Let
buy.
me get everybody back in here. Let me get everybody back. See, because I want you to understand a financial concept called the rule of 72. The compound interest rule. Now, the rule of 72 is simple. You take the number 72, you divide it by the percent of interest.
Yeah.
And that'll tell you how much time it takes for money to double. It also applies to inflation, cost of living, which has been averaging 3 to 5% per year. Sometimes it's been higher, sometimes lower, but average 3 to 5%. Let's just take the number in the middle, 4. We're talking inflation now, right? 72 divided by 4% inflation rate is what? 18, ain't it?
If you say so.
Oh, do math.
18 years.
Amen.
4 times 18 is 72. I don't do mathematics, I can do arithmetic.
Okay, well.
So,
I didn't think that
it takes 18 years, right? Come on, folks. Haven't you seen in your lifetime? About every 18 to 20 years, cost of living double at least one time.
Yeah.
It's just about double already from 2020 to 2021. Now, let's say it doubled in that 20-year period. What that means is that to have the same equivalent purchasing power of $300,000 a day, you need to double it. You need $600,000. Now, let's get real. How long do you think that's gonna last you?
Right.
How long do you think $300,000 gonna last you when cost of living double? At least once.
6 years.
6 years maybe. And let's say you real good. I mean real good. And it lasts you 6 years.
Bologna and cereal.
You are 26 years older than you are today. And broke. Where you gonna start over at? You see what's waiting on people down the road. See, they don't have a clue of the reality ahead. That's what we do. We teach, we help you to see. Now, we help you also learn how to make your money grow. Okay? Instead of investing right away, I say your number one rate of return on investment would be, what the IRS say you ought to do? What did the IRS say? What was the 2 things she said? She said, doing two things would be a better choice.
Putting the money in a type of savings account or paying down debt.
Let's go do this first part, pay down debt. Do anybody remember what I told you debt, D-E-B-T stand for?
Don't even buy that.
What?
Don't even buy that.
Don't even buy that. And look, I would say, wait until you can pay cash, or if you use charge, make sure you can pay it off in 30 days, so you don't have to worry about interest.
Right, that's good.
Smart move. So let's say a household got $2,500 of debt payment. I ain't talking about living expenses and all the other things. I'm just saying debt.
Yeah,
Now, what if you go over here and take that 500
extra money.
and income shift, and you just shifted it to pay off your debt with? And every debt you pay off increases your what?
That's correct.
Yeah,
But the first thing you're gonna do is your
the cash flow.
hello, you said income, but we call it cash flow.
All Americans.
Because if you pay off a debt that's costing you $200 a month, it's paid off. You got $200 a month back in your pocket, don't you?
Right.
And add that to the 500. See, we're going to teach you today about one of the systems that comes in your membership that's a debt eliminator. It's a system that's going to teach you how to strategically wipe out your debt before your debt wipe you out.
Come on.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Now look here. Let's say if it took, I'm going to use a biblical number. 7. Now that's the number of completion, ain't it?
Yeah.
If it took you 7 years to wipe out all that debt, you can still shout hallelujah because that's $2,500 coming. You see what we're doing? All we're doing is shifting. Income shifting. Your money making you money. Instead of going over here making somebody else rich, why not you be getting rich off of your money? All right, then you still got this money, so it's shifting.
To you.
Does this make sense?
Yes.
So, if you just created, remember last night I said that money is made from neck down. Wealth is created from neck up.
Yes, you do.
What you just did is created $3,000. Because you got 2,500 plus the 500. I told y'all I don't do mathematics, no calculus, and just what that thing called with a G? Geometry. Geometry, I can't even pronounce it. I don't do math. Geometry. What's got I can do arithmetic. I want to do arithmetic. So look, am I being recorded?
Yes.
Oh, so, hey, look here. I do arithmetic, I don't do mathematics. No, $3,000, right? It took you 7 years to do that, though, didn't it?
Right.
Now, let's look. Here, it took us 20 years to get that money right there. So, Bishop, I want you to do it again.
I'm gonna get my phone together.
That's okay? All right. Now, we're gonna take this $3,000 and do the same return at 8%, no change. The only thing we will change though is since it took 7 years out of this 20 to get debt free, we're gonna use 13 years. Because last time I did arithmetic, 7 plus 13 is 20, right?
Yes, sir.
So you said 13?
13
And
years
that's still the same 8% interest rate?
at $3,000 a month.
3,000.
And the total is 818,761 and 17 cents.
Hold on, let me write this right.
Okay.
How much you say again now?
818,761
$18,000.
and 17 cents.
Jeremiah, would you tell them to keep the change?
Keep the change.
Cause you got $818,000. Wait a minute. You did.
That's my change.
You needed 600,000. You got $218,761 and 17 cents to spare. See, this is what we're teaching. This is how we help transform lives. Do you think that this will be a transformation in your life?
Yes.
First thing, when I got rid of debt, Boy, I felt the burden off my shoulders, and I got 2 cars paid for. I am not trying to find another one. If you want to give me one, I'll take it. You want me to buy one, you keep it. You want me to buy it? People say, man, you're gonna get your new car. You can afford it. Yeah, just because I can afford it don't mean I go. That's the problem.
That's good.
People make more money and they spend more money.
The more you make, the more you.
The more the government takes, the more you spend. Look, the more you make, the more the government takes, and you spend the rest. That's what's been happening. So, anybody ready for a solution?
Yes.
Always.
Here we go. Who got the agenda?
Everybody?
Okay. So what we're going to talk about now is the value of your membership. And then the value of your membership, I want you got a form in there.
I don't have the agenda, Jeremiah.
Is
Can you
this
take this to me? It's in the,
That,
Oh,
right
here it is, okay.
Now, what I'd like for you to do is,
Same
in,
thing. Same package.
No. Just the power of income shift.
Discussion, sorry.
look here, in this packet right here, you got to pay that one right there. Okay? I want you to go to, thank you.
Yes, sir.
I want you to go to that page, it's the 369 transformation.
369 financial transformation.
Yes, sir. That's the second page.
Yes.
Second page.
The banker's secret?
No?
That's the
Oh,
book.
excuse me, wait a minute. I got it.
Out of the banker's secret, it's the third page.
Third page.
Is it this one?
Same booklet that you was, yes.
This one.
Page.
Yeah.
There you go.
Financial transformation.
The second one, got it.
We have it sideways.
No worries.
This is it, banker's secret.
No.
Third page.
369 financial transformation.
Good. Well, it's called the
All right, got it.
strategy session.
All right.
Third page.
Third page.
Looks like, that's where you're right there.
I got it.
Everybody there?
Yes, sir.
All right, now we're gonna have you fill in the blanks. All right? First thing we're gonna go is on there, more space in here. It says that, we see where it says 2 in a blank? I want you to put in there objectives.
Objectives.
Everybody has 2 financial objectives. Everybody. Okay?
Objectives mean a goal. 2 goals that you have.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, A, to have enough money to support your current lifestyle. The arrows in blank, where's it coming from? It's coming from job.
So are we putting have enough money in that?
You're putting job.
No,
We just put
your
job.
current lifestyle?
Current lifestyle,
Yeah. So you
Just
did,
job.
yeah. You
What
need-
if, what if you don't work no more?
Or pension. That's B.
Well, what if it ain't the job?
Oh, okay, so hold on. Let me fill in the blank here first. Current lifestyle, that's coming from your job or maybe conventional business. And then in your future lifestyle, that's coming from pensions or
Which would be number
investments.
B, correct? Number B.
Yes, B will be, now, if you're not working, I guess it's gonna have to come from
County.
future lifestyle. Or other source. Now, so let's keep going. Let's keep going. Now, where does the pension, so, now, future lifestyle is coming from either pension, from corporate America, or maybe from disability or social security, what have you. Look down there where it says government, I want you to put not enough.
Okay.
Not at all.
Because a lot of people depend upon social security, and that's the government.
So
So you put,
not enough?
yeah, you can put social security / not enough. You know, the second corporate America, that's called pensions. And that no longer works, because the corporations no longer give you a pension. It used to be a day when you give your life to a job, and then the rest of your life, they'll give you a pension.
They will reward you.
That day's been gone. And see, then it was called a defined benefit plan. You know, you give your soul to the company for 40, 50 years, and upon your retirement, they give you a gold watch, a plaque, and a pension to supplement your Social Security. Sidebar. Did you know Social Security had a middle initial? The alphabet N? Okay. If you gave the full name of Social Security, include the middle initial, what would you say?
Social and,
Say it a little faster and loud.
social and security.
Yeah, and security.
Social insecurity.
What's my point? It's a social program, but there's no security in it.
No security. Jesus.
So, now, let's go to 4. Where it says 4, I want to say 4 obstacles. See, there are some barriers that's causing people to fail financially, to not reach their goals. And obstacle number 1, I want you to call that one inflation. Oh yeah, cost of living, get a pay raise when you didn't get one.
So you said on 4, put 4 obstacles?
Obstacles.
Obstacles again?
On where it says the 4 in that blank,
Yes.
yeah, put obstacles in that blank.
What do you
Okay.
put for corporate America?
Pensions.
What did you do get a pension?
It ain't going for, oh, you got a corporate pension?
Yeah, I have a pension.
Well, see, you got one that was grandfather or grandmother. Because current day, they don't have, and unless you retire from the military or civil service with the government.
Oh, yeah.
And okay, now those are the 2 that still have a pension. And watch out, military, they're about to take that away from us. Because they got that TSP. You got to start investing for your own. But if you do have one, you are one of the rare ones. And thank God for that you got.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, on what it says 4, I want you to put the obstacles. And on A, obstacle, the first obstacle is inflation. Now, we call it the silent killer. The reason why, it's like high blood pressure. You never knew that stroke would get ready to happen until it hit you, do it?
Yeah.
So, inflation, you don't see it, you don't even hear it, but you feel it when it hits you, don't you? Okay? B, I want you to call that one taxes, government.
What?
Government?
Government. So let's call it taxes.
Government?
I call them governments, but taxes.
Biggest taxes?
Yes.
Oh,
That takes away the, okay, you see what it was, take the first 1, 3. That'd be 1/3.
Of your income.
So you have to 1/3 of your income. Just, okay?
what is,
You see the 2 blanks? You got 1, and then you got slash, then 3 of your income. So the first 1/3 of your income is going to taxes. Then on C, let's call that debt. What does DEB stand for? DEB stands for?
Even by that.
And that makes sense, doesn't it? Now, on debt, it takes the second 1/3.
Wow.
And then D, big business. And if you were here last night, if you heard me last night, I showed you how big business has a monthly game plan to transfer your money to their pocket. Okay, real quickly, recap. October, what we're doing next weekend? Trick or treat. And the trick is on you, not no treat.
Right.
That's $1 trillion industry right there, folks. They already tell you better go buy your costume because the minute I have the shelf's gonna be empty. They're making you have a sense of urgency. I gotta go spend my money and get these kids these costumes. And buy them all this candy. And then grown folk gonna get their costume on too. Don't you know when they get through trick or treat with the kids? Now, the kids with the babysitter, and they're gonna get the party on. And alcohol. And even Uber and the cabs and all them get ready to make some money.
Right.
Because you're going to call somebody to take me home because I'm drunk. I'm not talking about nobody. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. Now,
Okay, I wish I would.
let's go to D. That is big business. They took the final third. Oh, I'll start something. I'm talking about October. Let me give you December, November. Thanksgiving. People are going to be booking travel, hotels, airfares, and they're going to be here. The big spread, man, look here. We're finally getting vaccinated. COVID's not as bad as it was last year this time. So folks is getting with family. They get together, they're coming. And they spend the money.
Black Friday, they sure are.
And they will have a big spread on the table.
Why they call it Black Friday?
And
That's
they
what I said.
use it, but I ain't talking about that yet. Now, let me keep going. Let me keep your attention. because I'm trying to teach something here. Now, so what's happening is on Thanksgiving, people are still spending this year's money, still paying for last year's turkey.
Yeah.
Then you got December. Then you got Black Friday that started this month.
Yeah, we already started.
We never shop on Black Friday.
Then you got now December. What you getting ready for? Christmas.
Christmas.
And that so the debt you paid down a little bit gonna get up again. So now you get spent Christmas. Then after Christmas you got New Year's.
Yep.
Then after New Year's, what you got? You got Valentine's.
Valentine's Day.
And hey, something else happened after Valentine's. What's that? Super Bowl. Oh, that's a big one. But then after, no, not that you're going to the Super Bowl, you got the Super Bowl parties.
Yeah.
And then in March, okay, you got St. Patty's Day.
My birthday.
And your birthday. Every month your birthday. Now, see, well, now what I didn't kick in there, every month somebody got a birthday.
Yeah.
Anniversaries.
It's
Right? Now watch this. You got March. Then you got March Madness. They're doing the thing for the basketball. How's the basketball? Then what's that? Yeah. Then you got April, Easter.
WrestleMania.
But see, but let's look at the main events. April is Easter. Everybody buying Easter clothes, Easter baskets, all those things. Then May, and keep with me now, because I'm trying to speed up for time. Now, in May, what you got? Mother's Day.
And my birthday.
And your birthday. And then you also got, Memorial Day. We spend money. In June, we got Father's Day. It's our turn. And then July, don't July on yourself.
4th of July.
Don't July on yourself. I'm talking about
Juneteenth.
no, don't put it down. Juneteenth, hey, especially down in Texas.
Yeah.
Don't you know?
Don't you know?
Now in July, I tell people don't July on yourself. You know, people don't July on yourself. Talk about Happy Independence Day.
Okay.
If you ain't financially independent, you're not independent. If you are still in debt, you're not independent financially.
That's right.
But don't July on yourself. Just say Happy 4th of July. Okay.
To me, and I've been like this since my kids grew up, it's just burning your money away. You're buying those and you're just gonna set it on fire.
Yeah.
You burning up
And
your
then you watch it. Wait, what that pretty one? Yeah.
Oh, that was a good.
That was
There goes $50.
Prices have doubled since.
They spend buku money on fireworks.
We know how possible.
I have no idea.
So, now look at, let me get through these months real quick. Now you get July, now you come August. What we doing for August? Back to school. Got the kids that get the school clothes and school gear, books and whatnot. And they got a trick for you. They call it tax-free week.
In Texas only.
Oh, that's only in Texas. Y'all don't get that here?
No.
Oh, well, y'all better come on down. You better get those kids' clothes.
I told you we're going.
Because in Texas, yes, we have a tax-free week.
Yeah.
And the gimmick is that you don't have to pay no taxes. So what you gonna do? Spend more money. You spend more money than it would have been in taxes.
Spend that money trying to get it.
Hello? And then in September, okay, that's
Labor
September.
Day.
Then, wait a minute, now
My
after everything,
birthday.
My kids' birthday.
our birthday. And then you got October. All of this on the
One day off.
But now, do you see there's a monthly cycle?
Yes.
And like I said, I didn't even kick in all the birthdays and anniversaries and graduations all in between there.
Yeah.
This is why people got a cash flow problem. Now, let's go down here. Oh, it said 3?
Yeah.
Got 3 solutions. I talked about the problem. You think I'm gonna give you the problem, not give you a solution? Right? The 3 solutions.
Lock your money.
Number 2. Where it says W2 is in 3 days. Within 3 days, we have a personal income shift number 1. And correct their W4 if they have a job.
So 3 is solutions?
So, yeah, solutions. We got 3 solutions. Now the first one is going to be cash flow management. That's the first one, cash flow. See, when you work, fill in the blanks and let go. You're taxed at 18
Is that right?
No, I'm correct, no, sir, no.
Oh,
You're
geez.
taxed at 13 to 33%.
13 to 33%.
Who's being taxed?
No, correction, my bad.
Oh,
28 to 33%, 28 to 33%.
It's even worse.
Yes, oh yeah, that's reality. If you work, you hit from 28 to 33%. Now,
Your final answer?
that is. That is. Okay, now, the next one, I work and just say, now let's see, you work, so you put work, then I'm taxed. So work,
Work. and the
I'm
next-
taxed,
Works management?
Work.
Wait, the first blank is work.
Sorry.
yep, and then the next blank is I spend.
Work.
I spent.
Taxed. Okay. I spent.
You spend whatever you got left, after taxes. What we're gonna help you to do is A, minimize living expenses. No, correct, no.
Oh, I don't have
No.
an A, that's A, wait.
Where it says minimum, is it?
It just says
Cut off, and we cut off.
No, make that first one, minimize taxes.
Yes,
Taxes, and the next one is
Okay,
minimize
wait, what's the first minimum?
taxes.
living
Taxes.
expenses.
And
Wait,
then the
Oh,
second,
the tax-
taxes, the
change-
second
they
one,
changed it.
the second one is living expenses.
He said taxes, so just change.
So taxes, living expenses, and the third one is debt.
Third one is debt.
Now, what did each of those do for you?
Take, nothing.
No. No.
if you minimize
Oh,
things in your living expenses, you'll have
Income
more.
shift, income shift.
Ah,
All right, now.
learning is taking place. Each step put more money back in your pocket, didn't it?
Yes,
Because when you minimize your taxes, cha-ching, back in your pocket.
Okay.
Yes. When you minimize your living expenses, cha-ching. Let me give you a quick and easy one. Everybody who drives a car, at least in Texas now, it's a state requirement. You got to have car insurance. You ain't got to have life insurance, got to have health insurance, but you better have some car insurance. It is? So now, here's a quick one. Most people have a low deductible. They have like $250 to $500 deductible. And here's the reason why. Because in the event I have an accident and I'm at fault, I gotta be able to have what I can be able to pay. So I can come up with $250, but I say raise it to $1,000. Now, a lot of people might have $500 deductible. Let me show you something. The higher your deductible, the lower your monthly payment. The higher your deductible, the lower your premium. And here's why. Because in event of an accident that you're at fault at, if you have to, the more you have to pay out of your pocket, the less the insurance company coming up pay out their pocket. So they'll lower your cost accordingly. Now watch this. Let's say people got a $500 deductible. And I say contact your insurance company and ask them, give you a quote on the phone. What would your rate be if you get the same coverage with the same insurance company, but raise your deductible from $250 or $500 to $1,000? And let them give you the quote on the phone. Your cost goes down. Now, I hear somebody already complaining, I hear you saying, well, wait a minute now, money doctor. If I had to come up with $1,000, child, I don't know where I'm gonna get it from. Well, let's say maybe you're paying $500 deductible. Okay? Now, if your deductible is $500, that means that in the event of an accident, you gotta pay $500, you can get that, right? Right. All right, if your insurance costs will go down $35 a month, how long will it take for you to accumulate the other $500 that you put in a pillowcase?
A year.
You have a lumpy pillowcase, but in a year or so, you got $500, don't you? Now, here's the question I gotta ask you. I asked the person, when last time you was involved in a car accident, you was at fault, the insurance company had to pay? And many people will say, well, I've been in an accident before, but I ain't never been at fault, so never. How long you been with that insurance now? 42 years? Insurance company been robbing you for 42 years, they ain't had to pay nothing. They ain't even had to pay you attention.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
See, and in the event that you do have one, then you just income shift and you got the money. But right now you're shifting your money to the insurance company.
What if they shifting that money to them wigs?
Knock it off. Hey, I'm gonna need you to
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I couldn't help
He
it.
talking about the women in their wigs and their wigs.
They just keep buying their.
Don't be messing with our wigs.
Okay, but look here, let's keep moving, guys.
That was an inside joke.
Okay, but now, so the point is, if you lower your monthly premium, you will lower, if you raise your, deductible, thank you, you'll lower your monthly premium costs. That shifts money back in your pocket. The elevation travel that I was telling you about, you see how much money we save on booking travel?
We saved $1,000.
I'm trying to save crazy money.
Oh, yeah.
That's shifting it away from where you were going to send it. See, I want to teach about how to improve your lifestyle without raising your costs for it.
Right.
That's what I do. I book my round trip flight to here off elevation travel. Yes, I book my hotel off elevation travel. And all of it is a tax write-off. So what am I doing? I'm minimizing costs, right? That put money back in my pocket. And then I get to write off on my taxes too, don't I? That put money back in my pocket. That's income shifting. So, come on over here. Where I put mine? That last one I said was, minimize the taxes, minimize debt, minimize living expenses. Each one of them increases your cash flow. That makes sense?
Yes.
How much did it cost you to do each one of them?
Yeah.
Didn't cost you nothing. Don't cost you nothing.
So when you say minimize living expenses, are
Yeah.
you talking about, in what way, minimizing living?
I just gave you one example by lowering your cost of your life insurance, car insurance.
Oh, car insurance, okay.
Yeah, that's a living expense.
So we can call them, ask for a higher deductible.
Yeah.
I think we're already doing
Doing what?
your program in a way. What happened is we were living down to the penny. We were living down to, and all we do is get SSI and Social Security. I had to medically retire early.
Yeah.
And so what we did, we put all of our credit cards into consolidation.
Debt consolidation.
We're paying very low a month. What do we pay, 92 a month?
Yeah.
Okay, then we searched for a better insurance because we just recently bought a car this year. And we found that Wawanesa, with a $500 deductible, we pay $98 a month for full coverage. And we have everything.
Okay.
And we have like $600 now in our pocket.
So you're doing some good strategy, good things. Now find out how much would it be if you raise that deductible to 1,000, see how much it will save you.
All right, we'll call them.
And see, it's all just about your money.
Right.
Okay? Now, the next step. See, the first part, okay, I said there were 3 solutions. We just covered the first one. Each one of them put some cash in your pocket, didn't it?
Yes.
And where did money come from?
Cash.
Now,
Cash flow.
there you go. Now, then IRS say you'd be better off doing what? Create more, put it in your pocket, did. Okay, now, the next one, we're talking about business income. So that's right, business.
Business income.
Business income.
Okay, what? Oh, number 2?
Yeah.
I see.
So 1099?
You said business income?
Yes. Now, your business is taxed at 13 to 23%.
Okay, wait, is that the final answer?
13.
That is the final answer.
Okay, 13.
13 to 23%.
Yes.
Okay.
No, that's not the final answer.
Everything else.
18 to 23%.
Wait, what?
All right.
Just turn the 13, turn the 3 into an 8, make
Yeah.
18 to 23%.
All right.
Mr. Sack, now,
You just said.
I'm not even using a cheat sheet, it's going on my head. But
that was
business is 18 to
18.
Yeah.
It's 18 to 20.
18 to
You want to make sure
23%.
you're paying attention.
I'm gonna have to,
I have a question.
I have an answer.
Is this for the IRS or is it for, because you know, for businesses, we have to pay California state tax
Okay, but this, but see,
as well with
yeah, but see,
IRS.
yeah, but this your business, your business is gonna lower your taxes. Okay, because of itemized deductions.
Okay.
So now, because of
Yeah.
business, you lower your taxes by about 10% across the board. And it's real. I'm sure tell from IRS. Oh man, when I talk about taxes, I don't go by from, no, I'm going by memory here. When I talk about them taxes, I'm sure to you. Okay, now, what's happening here as a business, your business is taxed. So when you work, you're taxed. But your business is taxed.
Is that supposed to be the answer?
Oh, excuse me.
For the VIZ?
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
She's a college student.
She's good too. But she's good too. I like that. Yeah. So you know, your business is taxed,
Okay.
and then your business spends.
Okay, tax.
Oh, well, listen. Well, y'all gonna throw something at me in a minute.
Oh,
Dr. Sadler.
Your business works.
Okay, business.
that's the last one works?
No, your business works, and then your business is taxed.
Wait,
Your business. Let me
Dr.
say,
Sadler, I don't
your
even have to live
business.
with paper, no White House.
Hold on,
Hold on. Your business, okay, listen, your business works.
Business works.
That's my best friend. He helping me too right now.
Yes, he is. He really is.
He's trying to keep you from
Moment.
He's trying to keep you from getting.
So after works, then what is it?
Then your business spends. Your business spends, and then it's taxed on what's
Oh my
left.
God.
Tax.
Your business works,
Business
and your business spends, and then your business taxed.
Is it works or worked?
You know what?
The same
You
thing.
know what? Hey, Bishop, let me stay focused so my mind can stay in here.
All right.
I'm getting thrown off. I don't like to mess
I'm
up.
over here writing on paper
Okay,
and
so let us keep it on me here, y'all.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
So now, your business works, then your business spends, and then your business is taxed on what's left. This is why big business pay little tax or no tax. Because everything goes through their business tax write-offs.
So like, Elon Musk,
Yes.
he has very little or to no taxes.
Very little, but he make big billions. Not millionaire, big billionaire.
She's the brains of the family.
Hey, you got the brains there. See, when you think about billionaire, folks, now a millionaire, it take 1,000 to make 1 million. And if you got a million, you a millionaire. But when you get around somebody that got about 10, 15, 20 million, don't brag. Because you the small change to them. You big dog to us, but you small change to them. But the person that got 20, 30, 40 million, to a billionaire, go give me a cup of coffee. Gonna take 1,000 million to make 1 billion. Elon Musk, I forget how many billions he got. So what we're talking about here, folks, is this is how they do it. When you own a business, your tax status changes. Your tax status changes like this here. Right now, you are what's called a W-2 wage earner if you work a job. And you get about 6 to maybe 8 tax deductions. As a business owner that we put you in now in my econ, you're a home-based business owner, even if you're working part-time. But you qualify for over 400 tax deductions. What's the difference between your business and Elon Musk's business? Business is business. And when it comes to the tax laws, the laws apply equally. So that's why the number one reason to go in business is to do what?
Right off.
What did you say?
Earn money.
That's the number one reason to go in business is to make money, folks.
Honey, speak up.
Number one reason to go, tell the trick question. The number one reason to go in business is to make money. Now, because you are in business to make money, the tax law allows you to, whatever you do in conduct of making money in business, become a tax write-off. I travel, I vacation, I have a very nice lifestyle. And I run it through my business. When I go to Washington State to see my grandbabies, I love them 2 little girls to pieces. And they love me back. And it's a tax write-off. What making a tax write-off? My son is a business partner. I'm up here conducting business with my son. And then when we get to talk business, where the grandbabies at? Hey, I didn't write the tax laws. They didn't even invite me to the party. But I learned how to read them, and then somebody taught me how to interpret and understand what they say I can do. They showed me how to do what the law said I can do. And then we're going to teach you how to do the same. And if you get mad at me about saving you $1,000 in taxes every year, I don't care. I'm going to keep on helping you anyway.
Just send us a
It's
bill.
okay?
Send us a bill.
So he goes, this is income shifting. If this is bank A, this is bank B, when it comes to taxes, which one you want to bank at?
B.
And that makes more sense than a little bit, don't it? All right, now let me close this piece out. All right, now, next thing we have over here, any question? Okay, now we're talking about investments. Here's what I'm going to say. Let's say you invest $54, let's call it $55 a month. Yeah, on that A, invest $55. That's my 5 answer.
Okay, cause I'm looking like. He saw my look like.
So you invest $55 a month. B, write off your lifestyle. Your lifestyle.
Wow.
See, now you see what we're saying. Your business work, then your business tax, and then your business pay tax. Your business work, your business spends.
Your business spends.
And then your business taxes on what's left. And then most businesses, guess what they got? They have, after all the itemized deductions, they're in the negative. Let's say they made 20 million. No, I ain't gonna say it. Let's say they made 20 million. Now, the tax liability, let's say their tax liability is 15,000. I'm gonna give them 20 million. Let's just say 15,000 for easy math. But the itemized deductions was 25,000. How much tax did they owe?
They don't owe any. They're actually in the hole by 5,000.
But the government owed them, huh?
Yeah.
Folks, it seemed unfair that they made 20 million and they had a $15,000 tax liability. When they got the itemized deductions, they had 25,000, and now they say, well, the government, you owe me $10,000. Government not going to give them a check for $10,000. They give them what's called a tax credit that's good for 7 years. So whenever the company does owe taxes, they take the tax credits and carry them over. But they get some tax credits the next year, and the next year, and the next year. And they do have a year where they owe, they end up not owing, because it's wiped out by the tax credits they carry over. You see, it's the money game. And it's designed to the advantage of business owners. Yes.
I just remember yesterday you were talking about the difference between the self-employed and the business owner. And that the self-employed person just is the person that owns a job.
Yep.
But the business person is the person that, I can't remember the term for it. In other words, you want to be a business owner, not and self-employed.
Self-employed, you're just a person that, you're self-employed. The self-employed person is a person that, now, employed person, employee, they have a job, work for somebody.
Right.
Self-employed, they own a job.
Yeah, the cash flow project, that's it.
Yeah, they own a job that also owns them. But here's the commonality, both of them got what's called income as far as their pay plan. If they don't go in, it don't come. An employee, you don't go in, it won't come. Self-employed, you don't go in and open up a store, or whatever you do, it don't come.
Sure.
Now, business owner get paid for what they don't do, because they're getting paid on residual and leverage pay system. Leverage getting paid on what hundreds of thousands of other people do. And residual, do something one time and get a check every month. That's how we eat. Okay, good question. Now, on that earnings, they're $76. That's on every time somebody new starts business with you. The next one, up to $10. That's every time somebody that's in business with you gets somebody to come in business with them. Now, I want you to get a visual here. Can I erase this?
Yes, sir.
I want you to get a vision. And I like to look at, in the beginning of Christianity, how many people did Jesus recruit to form the religion known as Christianity today? No, it was 12 altogether. But he had 2 was the beginning. Them 2 brothers.
Peter and John.
No, it wasn't Peter. James and John.
James and John, yes.
Yeah, 2. And then what they do? They went and told somebody, didn't they? And then what they do? Went and told somebody. Wait a minute, they were networking, wasn't they? Okay. Let's say you go and get 2. And then those 2 next month go get 2. Those 4 next month get 2. Those 8 get 2. Who get 2? Who get 2? Who get 2? And I'm gonna slow down right there because I'm gonna go from arithmetic to mathematics. But can you see now? Imagine you getting $10 off of each and every one. Each and every month.
Every single person?
See, that's called leverage. And leverage.
This is tomorrow.
See, so each one get one, you get paid up to $10. And then imagine you getting paid up to $15 every month on every one of them. However much that is, when you add it all up, multiply that times $15.
That's what was going on in the 90s when people were getting their own ATMs and putting them out there.
Okay?
They were making
That was
money.
one way, yeah. See, they were creating leverage pay off of those machines.
Right.
And every more machines you got, those are distribution outlets. But see, you multiply that time $15. That's crazy money. And I'm gonna tell you, we get paid Air Friday. How you spell air?
Air.
E-R-R-E. Air Friday. Any question on that? Well, let me close this one up.
Air Friday payday. What's the last one? Oh, Air Friday payday.
About the investor?
Earn.
You did 76,
Huh?
76,
76
and then 10,
what?
And then
and
what?
15.
and then 15.
$15 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right.
And the 15
Oh,
came
yeah,
from where?
The residual pay?
Okay.
What
That's a lot of money.
residual pay was each of us, we have a membership. And I'm gonna show you about what's the value of the membership. But in our membership, each one we pay a monthly renewal, right? Which is a tax write-off. But we get paid, depending on your rank in the company, up to $15 a month on each one. I'm still getting paid $15 a month on people that came and been with me back in 2005. Now multiply that times 16 years. Times 12 months in a year. Yes, God's good.
Yeah, give them the glory.
Yeah, okay? I ain't out my mind. Now, the last thing, investor.
Apostle like that.
On the investor.
Investor.
Now, here we're talking about investment income.
Investment.
Yes. Investment income.
Bishop, I'm going to connect to y'all one day, probably next week or 2. I'm going to introduce y'all to, now we teach investments. That's one of our strategies, about investment education. We've learned about an investment, it's kind of like, it's similar to being on a startup with a company investing in the cryptocurrency industry. Well, we got a good one there. But it's an investment. Now, we don't sell it, but we learn about it and we teach it.
Okay.
And once you learn, if you're interested, jump on that. But it's a way of diversifying your investment portfolio.
I got a question.
I got an answer.
How can I go about, I have an idea for a business.
Okay?
I draw.
Then we have to get together offline on that one. Because I can give you some best I can do is give you some advice. Look, I don't draw.
No, I draw and I put my drawings. I burn them onto would. I'll show you
Okay,
some.
yeah, so it's a matter of, how can I implement that as a business and get it out there?
Yes.
Correct.
We'll talk, but we gotta do that separately,
Okay.
okay?
I have
So,
a question.
have an answer.
Do you have a product where you can roll over your 401k to another?
That's a good
investment?
question, very good question. Now, do we have a product, does my income have a product? No, we do not sell investments, but we educate about investments. I can show you where to go.
Okay,
That's what we do.
okay.
I
See,
can answer like that. They already said fidelity, right?
You can, yeah, for them,
They already
you
talked.
turn it.
Mike,
yeah. See, we educate you about Fidelity, T. Rowe Price, Vanguard. So we educate you on this is what you can do.
Okay,
Okay? So, we'll get together on that.
okay.
All right? So now on investment income, your investment is taxed at less than 15%.
15%.
Less than 15%. Your investment is the lowest tax you'll ever pay. Now, so what's the advantage of building a man said, I got a lot of money, they're gonna tax me on it. Yeah, at the lowest percent, they tax you lower on your investment than they do on your work. Now, investment, your money working. Now, you remember on the cash flow quadrant yesterday, and we talked about people working and money working.
Yes.
In business, you got people working. In investments, you got your money working. And when money works, and then you let the return on the money reinvest. That's how you get compound interest. Let the earnings reinvest. Now you get earnings on your principal plus the earnings. And then that earnings earns more money. Then you reinvest and just let it continue to grow. Okay? Now, A is, I said, your money works, you reinvest. How about reinvest? And it makes you more money. Now, A, capital gains. These are the ways that your investment make money. On capital gains, and B, dividends. We educate you about those types of investments. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I just got my first dividend.
It was nice too, wasn't it?
Well, it was a little bit, but it was nice that I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See, in other words, it's the money you got that you didn't have to go work for.
right.
That's the good news. Mm-hmm.
From their business?
From her investment.
Oh, from your investment, okay.
Mm-hmm. The business pay you how often?
Every Friday?
Not every.
Air.
Air fryer.
Air
Air fryer.
Every Friday.
All right, now, C.
Nothing wrong with the test.
Okay, no, C. Yourself. Folks, that is your number one investment. Investing in yourself.
That's good.
Any questions?
I'm investing in myself.
Any questions?
No, sir.
All right, now, let me get, anybody got a quick testimony about what has income shifting done for you? Has anybody been doing any income shifting using the strategies?
Alicia has been. My credit score is going up. It's not, but it's going up.
But how much up has it gone? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 points?
No, actually, I haven't even really done everything. And it's like almost 100 points.
See?
And that's just, December, I think I signed up,
November, December, something?
no, December, was it the day after Christmas, I think?
Right. Well, you want to talk to Alvin Kerr.
I sure did.
Yes. And his wife.
I sure did.
Now, these are co-founders of the company. And she on day after, day before, Christmas Eve.
I think it was day after Christmas or something, or Christmas, I don't know what it was, but it was holiday time.
Yeah, I think it was Christmas Eve.
Yeah, it was Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't believe that they got on the phone to talk to her. I hadn't even talked to them.
That's what she
On
said.
Christmas Eve
On Christmas Eve.
to answer her question.
That's let you know what kind of people we are in business with. Okay? They're not so high and mighty that you got to be up here to talk to us. No.
They were so sweet.
She was so
kind.
brand new. She just,
Kind.
yeah.
And look, I was struggling with COVID and they was working with me.
See? Now, Now we got that testimony done, I wanna go and talk about, I wanna jump right on into one of the systems that you got. It's called a cash flow strategist. And imagine, now, y'all know about technology a little bit, right?
A little bit.
Okay, you know about the GPS.
Yes.
And what does that stand for?
Something,
That was good.
something to help you.
Yeah, it's called the global positioning system. Global.
Is that what that means?
Yeah, because you got some satellites going around the world, circling the earth, and it will pinpoint exactly where you are on planet Earth. Even if you don't know where you are, you lost.
Right.
But that thing will tell you, it'll find out just where you at.
And it
Now,
for your house.
then you go on, we ain't talking about that one.
I'm coming
But
in.
then what you do, you put in, this is the address I want to go to. And it will tell you step by step how to get there. All you gotta do is just do what it says.
Yeah.
So for me to get from the hotel to here, and from here to the hotel, and from the hotel to the airport, man, unless y'all come get me, I don't know where I'm going. But the GPS knows exactly where I'm at and tell me, and it ain't never missed. So imagine if you got a system about your finances that you put in, this is my information. Now it will tell you exactly where you are today in your finances. And it will tell you step by step how to get to where you're trying to go in your finances. It'll teach you how to get out of that mess we was talking about a while ago. Let me show it to you. Now, the value of your income system membership, you got a world-class website, and I'm just going to summarize it here. Now, these are what you get. You get, if you got elite business membership, you got the elevation travel, the discount travel membership. You also got all kinds of training and support in there. Okay, you see that we got meetings and events, wherever they might be. Since COVID, we have been having many. And I was telling Bishop and Apostle, y'all the first group that I've done a group meeting with since COVID.
Oh, man.
I tell you, I wasn't going across the street.
Thank you.
So y'all the first one.
Tell how long you stayed in the hotel. No, really, he didn't go home when the storms.
Oh man, look at no. When we had that Texas storm where it froze the entire state, ain't never happened. Man, God tried to tell us something, get right. But the whole state of Texas froze over. Now that happened on a Sunday. On Friday, my heater went out. I had supposed to come over to see what they got to do to fix my heater, and they said, "Well, Mr. Sadler, this is what's going to fail on it, and won't be able to get a replacement part until order a replacement part till Monday." Well, I heard already on the news that a winter storm was coming. It was Friday evening. I wasn't staying in the house when no winter storm
No, he
coming.
was on the phone. You know, I'm at the hotel.
You know what I did? I went to elevation travel. I booked me the Hilton Gardens in San Antonio, and I checked into the hotel. And the storm came.
My God.
And boy, let me tell you, it froze the whole state. Now, people were out of heat. People who had a heater that were working wasn't working no more. Pipes busted.
Oh, yeah.
I was nice and cozy in the hotel. With a restaurant in it. Folks, then I extended my stay. See, income shifting put me in a position that I could be able to do that and not worry about it. Because when I was broke, busted, and disgusted, I've been broke, busted, disgusted, and freezing. And freezing. See, what we're talking about has transformed my life. That's why, now I'm in a position in my life, folks, I can just sit back and do nothing but just chill all day if I want to. But God don't give me no comfort. Knowing what I done been through, where I come from, to be where I'm at, and God delivered me through income shifting, and I know this stuff like the back of my head, and I don't go tell somebody, he ain't gonna let me do that. And he ain't gonna have to shut my mouth. But I'm gonna tell you.
Man.
Now, okay, see, you got all this right here, but let me show you what you get in the income shifting. Let me open up the box. And in this income shifting, these are the tools you get. The W4. Now I'm gonna walk through each one of them. So I'm gonna run through all this so we can get back on track. We got the W4. That's a tool that we teach you how to correct the W4. It's training. And then we just go right to irs.gov. I'm gonna show it to you off of their website what we use. Then you got the debt eliminator calculator. This is how I got debt free, y'all. See, in that debt elimination calculator, it's a software program that comes with your membership, and you just use it. Put all your creditors in there, who you owe, and what's the minimum monthly payment, what's the balance, and what's the interest rate. That thing will come up with a game plan for you to strategically accelerate paying off debt. Now, you also got the cash flow management over there too. The My Credit System. The My Credit System, look, people pay a lot of money to somebody to do their credit. Fix my credit.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
and what we do, all we do is just educate. We got a system about educate you about how to do it yourself. See, if you pay somebody to fix your credit, you pay somebody to go deal with your credit report, and they'll send a few letters to challenge a few things, and then they raise your score a couple points, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you learn anything?
Nope.
Not enough, because they did all things.
Exactly. How about we go through education? And then we got the investment education. This is where you learn about the investments. Now, let's take a look at first the My Credit System. I want you to see what's in here. I'm not going to go through everything. I'm just going to open up the box for you so you can see what you got. As they say, that song says, show me what you're working with. Now, I like this statement here. It says, cash is king. That used to be a powerful statement, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But guess who rules the kingdom? Credit.
Credit, yeah.
Credit rules the kingdom. And let me tell you, I booked all my stuff, booked my travel, right? And I saved money, right? But if I didn't have a credit card, I couldn't do it. I don't care how much cash I got.
That's right.
Now, I want to see here, there's a little short video to introduce you. But let's go walk in here and see what's in the box. And you look at what it says, get started now. Now, it's got training modules. And in these training modules, there are short videos. They're going to teach you step by step. See, here's the first one. They're going to teach you about how to go through everything. They're going to teach you about how to obtain your credit report and your credit scores. They're going to teach you how to read the doggone thing. What if you got your credit report and scores and don't even know what you're looking at, but a bunch of numbers? They're going to teach you how to read it. And then we're going to teach you how to dispute them. That's what the credit people you pay, all they're doing is you paying somebody to go send some letters that you got.
Already.
They have everything. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right, go ahead on.
You didn't gotta go. So we know what class you teaching. We know what class
You don't have to do nothing.
Right, we got the letters.
It's already there. Use the training.
Then, how to lower your credit utilization. See, there are 5 factors that make up your total credit score. That credit report, that's your payment history. That's 35%. Now here comes arithmetic. I can't do mathematics. But 100 minus 35 is 65, right? That means 65% of your credit has not even been touched. But you pay them 100% of your money. Something wrong with that one. See, 35% is your credit history, your payment history, that's your credit report. Okay? Now, another 30% is credit utilization. Now, credit utilization is about, okay, let's say if you got a credit card with a $1,000 limit. How much of that limit are you using? That's utilization. And if you are over 20 to 30% of the utilization, it's hurting your credit. And what people doing on the holidays, whoop, to the limit, and increase the limit, and get up on that one too. Now, we teach you how to reduce your credit utilization. Get it down to about 20%. Now, the next one is credit history. How long you been having it? Like when you did the debt consolidation, did y'all cut up and cancel all those cards you used to have?
Did cut them up, but we don't have access to them.
Okay, here's the deal. When you're now practicing credit control versus credit controlling you, this is managing your credit. When you got these credit cards, even after paying them off, don't cancel them. Why? Because you got history. You got that card been 5, 6, 7 years with you. You got history with that. Now you paid off. That positive history is a plus in your credit score. See, they don't educate you about that. Okay? And then another thing is your credit utilization. Your credit mix. That's another 15%. Credit mix is what are the mixture of the types of credit, such as revolving credit, those are credit cards, and installment loans, like car loan, mortgage. These are installment loans, where you got a set date, set payment, and a set date to pay it off. Revolving, you just go around in a circle. So a good credit mix. And then we teach you how to get new credit. All of those raise your scores. So do all of them. That's what we teach you here. Look. How to lower your credit utilization. How to build great credit history. Checking your credit mixture. Checking your dispute letters. All these things is part of the training. And it's in each one of them. Let me just click on one, just to see, so you can see what's inside the box. Let's see. How do I change it? Okay, click on that. And there. 10 minutes and 48 seconds. That's all it takes to go learn. We ain't talking about that. If you're going to pop popcorn, or you best going to go through the whole, all 12 modules. Because each one tell you how much time it takes. So nobody has an excuse. I mean, if I ask you, have you gone through the training modules, you've been on board for like 6 months? I said, have you gone through the modules? And you say, I haven't had time? I don't want to hear that. Let me tell you what, hey, look here. I'm not trying to be hard case. I just know math. And I did math. It's 168 hours in a week. See? There's 24 hours in a day times 7 days. 168. I tell you I can't do mathematics, I can do arithmetic. Now, what did you do with them 168? Now I know 8 of them hours you gotta work. Okay, 8 hours today times 5 days, that's 40 hours of work. Right? Now I know you need, let's see, 40 hours of sleep? No, 8 hours of sleep. That's what they say. I don't never get 8 hours of sleep. Okay. But if you get 8 hours of sleep times 7 days a week, that's 56 hours of sleep. Alright, let's see what else you gonna do. Reckon you gonna do some recreation or something, some fun stuff? You reckon?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm entertainment.
Oh, what? Eating? Yeah. So all that stuff there, let's say you're gonna eat and recreation. So what if we lump that all together and say you spend what? How many hours a weekend on that? I mean a day for eating and recreation.
Church, let me see, church.
Can we say what?
We're like Tuesday, I mean Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
For about 30 hours a week in that?
Figure it out.
72 hours left.
Huh?
Yeah.
You still have 72 hours.
Well, we did 30 hours right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's called, I call that eat
Recreation.
and play. Eat, play, 30 hours.
Necessary miscellaneous.
And I call that hygiene.
Hygiene.
So if you took about 2 or 3 hours a day on hygiene, shower, brush your teeth, wash your face, ladies do your hair, your makeup, and all them things. So let's say 3 hours a day.
Yeah.
Times 7 days, 21. At 21, Malik, how many hours did we use up?
I dressed and didn't know when to wear that. Okay, like I changed the outfit like 3
How many hours I got to use up? Is that 96, 126, 27, 147 hours. So that means you got 21 more hours to do something with.
And that should be mine.
Thank you. Out of 21 hours in a week, you determine what hour you're going to spend in your business. Now, there's 2 ways you want to spend time in your business. You want to spend time working in your business, that's studying, that's learning, practicing, and spend hours working in your business. So you got working on it and working in it. Working on your business is you studying. And we're working on your business now. And then you spend time working in your business. And that's when you're going to work. Okay? So that's the breakdown about time. So whenever we talk about time, you say, I want to check out the training that you sent me, but I didn't have time.
You ain't trying to hear it.
Please say that for me.
You ain't trying to hear it.
Well, I just broke it all down. See, I hear you talking, but remember who you're talking to now.
But it sounds like womp, womp, womp.
Just like Charlie Brown. Okay?
Wah, 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 wah.
It's okay if I keep it real now, right?
Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
But I tell you, I came here so that you won't be the same when I leave. Any questions? What's in the credit repair training module?
No,
No.
great job. Oh, I do have one question.
Uh-oh.
So that was the short one or the whole one? Because I remember they did a quick one.
Oh, that's long. That's the whole one.
Okay, but we still, that's somewhere in there. We still can't do.
It's probably in there somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah. But see, let me tell you what I did.
I was doing it quick.
My credit score is already over 750. You know what I did last year during COVID?
What'd you do?
I went through every one of the modules all over again. I act like I'm you, brand new person.
Amen.
So when I tell you to do this, I'm not telling you to do nothing that I haven't already done. I'm not that kind of leader. I'm not going to say you need to do this and I haven't done it. How can I know what's going to be the result or what's in there if I haven't studied it? And I want you to be that way too. Because you're going to build a team. I'm going to help you do that.
Amen.
No, we're not saying imagine one will happen by the time I leave here tomorrow, we're going to have 1,000 people. No. But I'm telling you now that between the year 2030, our organization, Vision Builders Network, we will produce 100 millionaires, at least 100 millionaires.
Amen.
I want you to know that. I'm meaning this from my heart and from my spirit and from my soul. It is done.
It is done.
Now, I want you to understand the 3 types of millionaires, 3 stages of millionaire. Got pen handy? Now, first stage of millionaire status is net worth. And you get that from your balance sheet that we also provide you. Now, in that balance sheet is where you're going to list all of your assets. We even break down what are the assets. And then you put in there next all of your liabilities. And once you do that, then hit save and calculate, the system will come back and total up all of your assets, and then total up all of your liabilities, and subtract. And assets minus liabilities is your net worth. I'm going to show you something on that today that's going to blow your mind. When you think that somebody got it going on, you find out how much they don't. Keeping up with the Joneses will keep you broke. And your last name is, anybody here last name is Jones? Am I right?
That's true.
Now why are you trying to keep up with somebody you're not? And if you ever had an interview, sit down with the Joneses, they're going to say, I don't know why y'all trying to keep up with us, we broke. Because their upkeep is their downfall. Okay?
That's right.
You want to go and teach the Joneses how to do what you do when you get free. As you are working toward freedom. Don't wait till you get free yourself. Now, that's the credit repair system. Any other questions? Better drop out of that.
Did we get the other
I have a
stages of
question.
millionaire?
Oh, thank you.
You
Okay.
gave us number 1.
Thank you. Okay. Number 1. That's where I was at. Okay.
Net
Number
worth.
1 is
Net worth.
net worth. Number 2, asset value. Now we're talking about your investment portfolio. Net asset value. And then number 3, annual revenue. You notice I did not say annual income.
No, you didn't.
And what did I not say? Huh?
Repeat again.
Annual revenue.
Okay.
I didn't say annual income because if you don't go in, it won't come. Revenue getting paid for what you don't do. I want my $83,334 a month. But I be working for it. Now, for somebody who don't know what that equal to, multiply $83,334 times 12. And tell me if that don't give you $1 million a year. See, one of the things you want to do is you want to speak it. You want to know what you want and then speak it into existence. There's power in your tongue, that's the word.
Amen.
What's the number again?
$83,334 a month. Now, will that come strictly from my income? No, I got diversified. Most millionaires got multiple income streams. Please understand that. And then they took that money from them various streams and made it multiply. And that's what we're going to teach you. Don't have a magic wand, but we do have a game plan.
Amen.
Now, I will tell y'all about the W4, right? Now, you see where I'm at up here? Oh, before I go there, any other question? Okay, now, you see where I'm at here? Whose website am I on?
IRS.
That's Aunt Iris's, right? It's not my e-number. Now, I'm gonna go here and search. Now I'm gonna go to Form W4. And let it take me to it. Now, we're in Form W4. Now, I'm gonna scroll down to where I'm gonna use their system. And just there it is. You see it says tax withholding estimator. Whose system is it we finna go to?
IRS.
So let's click on it. Now, this is where you go and change or correct your W4. And all you do is just go here, and what you're gonna need your last your last income statement, your last paycheck. Because you're gonna pull information from that. Okay? And if you have last year's tax filing, have that handy in case you need it.
Wait a minute, I need you to hold up.
Last year's tax filing,
Okay, so you need your
your last pay statement. Because it's gonna have you take information off of that last statement. Such as how much was taxes was taken out of your last pay. What was the date of that last pay? And how much per year to date taxes have been taken out of it. So all that's gonna be on your pay statement. Okay? Now, and if you got more than one job, you're gonna need the statement for both jobs. Then all you do is just go through here and follow the yellow brick road. And you're gonna put money in your pocket. Now, when I do this in training, I put some numbers in. Here's what it's gonna show you though. When you get down to the end, it'll show you, IRS gonna show you, this is how much you're gonna overpay. And then they give you a choice. Do you want to continue to overpay or do you want to overpay less?
Pay less.
And then they let you scale back how much less you want to pay. Now, as a person gets started now, this is October. So no, you cannot go back to zero and you done paid 10 months already. They never give that back until you file your taxes. But every year in January, do a new W-4. Because the form says that. But that's gonna they'll let you scroll back and put money back in your paycheck. That's how we do it. Yes.
I was gonna say also, there's videos in your back office
Yep.
that goes through this
Step by
line
step.
by line by line, so you don't have to do it yourself.
Yeah.
Go through that first and then.
And then you got people like me. I'll walk you through it. Now, when I do your W-4, I do it on a one-on-one basis. Now, I might do training in a group, but one-on-one, I'll walk you through it. Why? Because we're talking about your personal information.
Yes.
So I don't do that in a group.
Thank you.
Amen.
So that's where we get that information from. Then, any other question on that?
No.
Okay, now let me go back to the Business Management Center. And I messed up and knocked myself out. You see that?
That was last.
We didn't see it. We know you got this.
I get excited. Yeah, I am. Now, what else you got in here? I want you to go down here and I'm going to show you this right here. Tools. Now, you got to use the tools, folks. The tools will let you see your progress. Now, you see that with the gold thumb up says cash flow success?
Yes.
Now, this baby right here, I'm going to teach it to you. Because I got illustration in here. Now, I'm going to click on this cash flow success. This is where, when you hear people sharing their testimony, this is how you know how you did it. Now, this is the example I did for training purposes. Let's call this here, let's call her Susie Cute. Not Susie Cute, Susie Cute. Now, Susie Cute, she's been with my income for like 3 years, 4 years. Now, you notice that in her business income, she's not making a whole lot of money. I mean, that's how much she's made since she's been in my income. In 3, 4 years, she's made $8,000 total. Now, that ain't nothing to frown at. Because Susan Q is applied, see, business income is one of the strategies, isn't it? The other strategy is about tax savings, ain't it? Susan Q has saved $30,000 in taxes by using the tax strategies. So she has saved $30,000. All she made was $8,000 in business income, but she saved $30,000 in taxes. What else has she done? She income shifted and used that money that she was saving to get rid of her debt. And oh, wait a minute, Susan Q minimized her living expenses too. About $9,000.
My God.
So that's money back in the pocket, ain't it? And then she got rid of $25,000 worth of debt.
So she saved.
Yes. She may not be out here getting 100 people in business, but old girl is practicing what we teach, isn't she?
Yes.
Now let me show you. Somebody gonna ask you, I heard you doing that, you got yourself a little business thing. How you doing that little thing? First of all, don't you let nobody call your business a thing or a good thing.
Right.
I have to stand up on that. Well, somebody gonna come and try to rain on your parade and minimize and marginalize you, and you stand up, because you have something bigger than what I can ever see. And let me tell you what Susie can say. Well, I don't know about no little thing, but I'm building $1 million business. And in the process of building my $1 million business over the past 3 years, I've been income shifting. I've been able to cash flow over $97,000. How much have you cashed out in that cubicle? I mean, on your job? That's how you bust out the mouth.
Ashamed of it all.
That was a low blow.
That's how you shut them up. And you can show it to them. Here, when I tell you about, I've been able to, that $500 million that my income is in help you associate income shift, I've done over $1.75 million. Using these strategies. See, this is cumulative from the day you started my econ, and you update your information, and the system will show you what your cumulative results are from what you're doing.
Wow.
Just because you don't see nothing big in the beginning, your seed.
Come on now.
Amen.
Remember, seeds grow in the dark,
Yes.
Yeah.
in the dirt, under the ground.
All right.
Little leaf.
All right.
Yeah.
Germinate.
That's good.
And sometimes a seed gotta take on crap.
That's so true.
Gotta
Fertilizer,
put it in the soil. Yeah.
fertilizer. So you gotta take on that stuff. So when you think it's bad, it's doing you some good. And then all of a sudden one day, that little seed took root.
Yes.
But you didn't see it. But you just keep on doing what you do.
Absolutely.
All of a sudden one day, whoop, broke through the ground, you saw a leaf,
Jesus.
a seedling.
Come on.
But then what happens next? It grows.
Come on.
Now watch this tree. Whatever kind of seed it is, be careful of the seeds you plant.
My God.
Because not only do they
They
grow,
grow. They take
they
root.
produce
Yes.
seeds of this kind. I ain't never seen a watermelon have just one seed. You? So understand while you are laboring to build your finance and build a business, don't you ever get weary, don't you give up. That's the devil's lie. The devil's lie. And the devil will let families tell you you can't win. Because they won't support you. I'm not talking about nobody. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about.
That's right.
But I know what I'm talking about because I have family that don't support me.
Amen.
They're the first ones to come ask me for money.
My God.
Now I'm going to pay you back. I promise and swear. As soon as I get this, it'll be next week I have it. And next week was 5 years ago.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Now me personally, I don't loan money to family no more. In the event of an emergency, I will come through because God bless me to do that.
Amen.
But just because you messed up your money,
You'll miss
your problem ain't gonna come mine.
Amen.
That's Dexter.
Right.
That ain't the money doctor, that's Dexter, that's personal there. So now, this right here, folks, use this tool. It will help you to be encouraged. See, because when you see yourself making progress, when it don't seem like you're making progress, it's encouraging, it's motivating. It'll help you stay inspired and focused. Even when everybody's saying, no, 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 leave me alone, I don't want to hear it. You keep on giving on. Because there are a lot of folks that said, no, 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 I don't want to hear about that thing. And those of us that got involved with this so-called thing, and then income shifting, when COVID hit last year, we did very, very well. And then I got educated about investments. Let me tell you about investment education. We don't sell investments, we educate you about them and the different kinds of how they work. We tell you about the companies. All of a sudden you become an informed, enlightened investor with something to invest with. Guess what I did? My first grandbaby, when she was first born, she was born September the 1st, 7 days before my birthday. And when all she needed was a Social Security number, she got that the first day she was born, didn't she? And I opened up a mutual fund for her at T. Rowe Price. And when I was researching about what's a good for stuff for the grandbaby, I found out the science and technology. And I did the research and looked up, you can find out what it did last year, what it did past 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, what it did since inception. That joke had been going over 20% since inception. So I put that on my grandbaby. That got me some too. My granddaughter and I, last year during the COVID, during the pandemic, we got a 45% return on that investment. Go research it. It's called T. Rowe Price, that's the fund manager. T. Rowe, R-O-W-E, then Price. And you go to troweprice.com. You can even get their phone number from there. And then the Science and Technology Mutual Fund is the one that we're doing.
Amen. Thank you.
And then, a couple of years ago, you know what my son did? They got a new grandbaby for me.
The nerve.
He said, do it again.
So Gianna, guess what I did for her? I got her a mutual fund too. I got her one with Fidelity. Now that one that last year, yeah, I got me some too. And that one did 24% last year.
I have a question about that.
I got an answer.
Because I want to put more money into my Fidelity, so I need to know, the percentage.
Yeah, oh yeah. Man, give me a card. Do you have my card? Do you have my card?
No.
We're going to take care of that today.
Yeah.
And all you got to do is call me, and what we'll do a walkthrough education.
Okay.
And by the way, when I book my flight, I don't go in the window. Why? I can't see nothing way up there. So I book my seat? No, I book my seat in the middle.
By the door?
In the middle of the people?
By the door?
Yeah, I need.
I'm not sitting in no window by the door.
You mean in the middle, like in between, like somebody here, somebody here?
How far do you sit away from the emergency door in the middle?
I ain't at the emergency door.
Oh, you better pay attention. Okay.
So are you in the middle?
I'm in the middle.
Thing?
So you mean you're sitting in
Middle
the
seat.
aisle, in the middle seat between the two people?
Where's C?
No,
Why?
but you're doing that because you can talk to the folks. That's why you're doing that.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too.
It's just like, I don't know what they told.
When the captain comes on the phone and say we are at our cruising altitude of 33,000 feet, you're free to move about the cabin. I ain't even know walking, I'm gonna do some talking.
Well, okay, what's that?
And look at my business card, look at the back of it. I was having a conversation with this card.
Did you give us the name of the stock that rendered 27%?
It's called Fidelity.
Oh, under Fidelity.
Yes.
Okay.
And it was the growth and income fund.
That's what you guys got. Look at that stock. 47%.
Growth and income.
Growth?
Okay.
Growth and income.
I appreciate that.
Girl, I think Jesus touched me.
But if I had known this, if my daddy would have known this when I was born, I've been a gazillionaire today. But okay, them grandbabies gonna be millionaires by the time they get out of high school.
Amen.
And they're not gonna even know, because I ain't gonna tell them.
Leave an inheritance.
Yeah, that's what the Bible said, leave an inheritance for their children.
Yes, it does.
I'm just trying to be that good man that the Bible talk about.
He's a good man, okay.
Not just amen. Now, look on the back of the car.
So that's
Do you think they can start a conversation with the back of the car?
Yeah.
And I just start a conversation, man. Look, what I do is I just teach people some smart money strategies. Which one of these strategies would you not be interested in? Did you hear my question?
Yes.
Would you not be interested in? Yeah.
That's pretty good.
All of them. I'm interested in all of them.
Right.
Then I started a conversation about what I do. Now, am I conducting business?
Yes.
Well, this is what I do, right?
That's what you do.
Now my face is tax write off. I didn't see what I paid the middle seat.
Wow.
Well, I'm okay.
I was conducting business.
Same success.
Yeah.
Always good to see people.
And then when I get to the rental car place, start the same conversation.
Amen.
I'm at that hotel. Same conversation. Folks, I said you can run your lifestyle through your business and become a tax write-off, right? That's what I do. Okay? That makes sense?
Yes.
Now, let me show you one other tool. Now, I'll show you tools that you have. The thing you have to do is go use them. Okay? Now, let's talk about this debt. Who got debt they want to get rid of?
I do.
Or do you know anybody who got some debt they like to get rid of?
Yes. Everybody got it right here.
I got another one that pays for training purposes, right there. And this is the debt eliminator. It shows you real easy how to use it. Now, start your little training video for 2 minutes, 55 seconds. Don't tell me that you did not have 3 minutes to go look at this video.
Out of the 21 minutes, that's 21 hours.
Thank you. 21 hours.
You got it.
You said it right. That's what it feels like. What time you gonna sit down and do it?
Okay. Now, let me show you what you got here. This this baby here will show you strategically. Now, I just created some here. And look here, here's what you got. Here's a person got a whole bunch of, my boy got a lot of bunch. They got this and that, this and that over there too. And to show you the balance they owe on each one of them. And then show you what the interest rate they got. So they must not have too great of a credit score, but they got 16 and 19 and, Lord, almost 20. They got high double-digit interest rates. Now, they're paying the minimum payment. You see what the minimum payments are. Most people, especially when they got this much debt, they pay what? The minimum. But they don't never miss a payment though. They say, Lord, I pay all my bills on time. But why then is my stuff ain't moving? Let me show you that in the next. This is what you want to use this tool right here, but I'm going to show you what happens to you if you don't. Now, this right here shows you, okay, this is how much debt they got, this is their monthly payments. Then the system said, come down here, you're going to save and calculate. And if you, now for every one you need, when you start out, it's got one blank. Then you get to add another till you get them all done. As you pay them off, you go over here and hit and delete them. But right here, you go save and calculate. And what the system does is come back with a game plan. So now with this game plan, let's see here. Here's the game plan. Let's say now, example here, let's say the person said they're going to come up with $500 to add to it, corrected their W-4. Or maybe they saved on their car insurance or whatever, living expenses. Or maybe they did a couple other things. They came up with $500 to add to this debt elimination plan. Now the system shows you it'll prioritize every one of them. And it shows you now the first one it's going to do is take that $500 plus your $40 minimum payment you were making, and it's going to take out that credit card, the 5802 credit card, and pay it off in 2 months, didn't it? Now, you just created $540 of new money. Now, in the meantime, you're making the minimum payments on everybody else. Right. So now you go over here with the 540 plus the 50 on this Barclays, and you paid off that $1,008 in 4 months. But now you're going to create $590 of cash flow that you add to the next Barclays. And that one was paying $70 a month, so now you create yourself $679. And you keep on going. And so over there you see months to terminate. It shows you how long it takes you to pay off each of these debts. Now it goes down to the bottom line. I want you to write this question down. What is your debt freedom date? Yeah. What is your debt freedom date? Now, most people don't have a clue on what the debt freedom date is. But if you use this software that comes with your membership, let me show you what it's going to tell you. It's going to show you the snowball rolling, all that debt, the bottom line, total debts eliminated. 100, good Jesus. $131,431.08 of debt that you just got rid of. Folks, that's a house for some folks. Now, it says that the debt will be eliminated in 3 years and 4 months. And it says you will be completely debt-free, hallelujah, by 2025. Now you know your debt freedom dates.
Yes, yes.
In this case, 2025. And, oh Lord, and you have $4,220 in new monthly available cash flow. Tell me what kind of part-time job you got to get to pick up an extra $4,220 a month. Tell me how many hours of overtime you got to work on a current job that's going to pay you that much money. See, this is your money making you money. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Do you see my income now?
Yes.
And why your business is the best that you could ever find. You just have to go and use what you got. All right? Any questions on the debt eliminator? Then let's go back to BMC Home. And I'm going to go with one more piece of the income shifting membership that I told you about. Now, who remembers the 3 phases of the millionaire status?
The net worth,
Okay.
asset value, and annual revenue.
Okay, very good. Now, you see the investment education there. There you got 4 videos that I'm telling you now. You getting educated about billionaire on that one. Ivy Stokes. Well, I'll tell you about when I was going through my broke, busted, and disgusted, and I was homeless, and God put a black millionaire in my pathway. Ivy Stokes.
Praise God.
And he took me under his wings and taught me. That's how I became, see, when you learn from a millionaire and you hang around millionaires and you start learning millionaire habits and millionaire mindset, you become a millionaire.
Amen.
I was hanging around broke folks, and I was broke here at a high level. Okay? So look here, man. Now, I'm going to cash flow manager. 2 things I want to show you here. Now, first, on the cash flow manager, you see the red ribbon up here. And I'm going to hover over to tools. And what pops up on tools?
Finance sheet, is that what you're looking at?
The what?
It says finance sheet.
No, balance sheet. Oh, let me move
Oh,
that.
it's the balance, my bad, it says sheet.
Yeah. Balance sheets. Now, I'm going to show you something here. This is important for you. And when you use these tools, guess what? Nobody sees your information but you. Nobody. I don't show you my real ones. I show you some I made up for training purposes. But let me show you this one.
Dr. Sadler, is there a zoom on there to make it any bigger? At the bottom where the arrow is? Maybe it's got a zoom.
I know that there
They
is.
changed
You can probably
stuff.
show me how to make it big on my computer, can't you?
It's the 3 dots probably. Yeah, go to
Should
the
be
3
down
dots
there.
at the top, right there. It doesn't say like magnify or
There, you're
right
right,
there.
go
It
down
says
the
zoom.
zoom.
There you go, zoom up, hit the plus button.
Oh, there it is.
There you
Okay.
go. Plus, we need 500%.
Okay, see, we all got it, not all.
There it is. Oh.
That's it. Shoot, that helped me too. I'm glad you asked that question. Go, oh, no.
And now she's sitting over there with no glasses, she like, mm-hmm.
I was struggling.
Okay,
Balance sheet,
so balance sheet. Let me take
Yes.
it.
Okay, I can see it now.
Nobody out.
All right, can you see it now?
Yeah.
Okay,
Jesus.
good question to ask. Now, I'm gonna use, my good girl here, Jane Sim. No, not. How about we do the train? Yeah. Now, this one here, I like to call this trying to keep up with the Jones. Mr. and Miss Jones. Now, here is their balance sheet. Let me lean it over so I can see what's up. Let's see. Now, This is Mr. and Ms. Jones. Now, why would say they got it going on? Well, they got money in their checking account. Got $2,000 in their checking account. See, these are the things you're gonna put in your balance sheet. Okay? So checking account, they got $2,000 in there, they got $1,000 in their savings. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Pause a second. Pause a second. You would think Mr. and Ms. Jones got it going on, and they pretty smart people, huh?
You think?
How much money did they say they got in their savings account at the bank?
Not too smart, huh?
Can somebody Google something for me real quick? I don't want y'all to think I'm just coming up with stuff. Can somebody please Google bank savings interest rates? And I believe you're gonna find it's something like point something. It ain't gonna be 1 point or 2 point or 3 point something. Point something means it's less than 1%. And they got a bunch of money, they got $1,000 in there.
Point 0.45.
Say it again, please.
0.45%.
They're giving you less than a half a penny.
Ooh, that's no value.
0.50 is a half a cent. Bank robbery, modern day. And illegal. So they gave them their money. Please don't you be doing that. And some people think that I can do better if I had a CD. What is a CD, y'all? Can you tell me what that means? Don't you tell it, because you probably heard it 11 times.
Certificate of deposit.
Certificate of deposit. Can I tell you what I call it? As a certificate of depreciation.
Certificate of decrease.
And what happened, because see, you put your money in there, can somebody Google current interest rates on CDs? So I ain't gotta go pull a rabbit out of the hat. Y'all gonna find out what it is because it's the truth. And it's gonna be pathetic. Now, two things happen. Why I call it a certificate of depreciation? Because you start losing money day one.
Yeah.
And what it be? Probably gonna be something like 1 point something, maybe. Because you incarcerate your money. You put your money in money jail
He
for
said money jail.
6 months to 5 years.
Money.
Yeah. Because you gotta put that money in that CD for at least 6 months. It's incarcerated. And why I say incarceration? Because to get out of jail early, somebody gotta bail you out, don't they?
Yeah.
They gotta pay some money. And to get your money out before 6 months or 5 years or however long you put it in there for, you gotta pay early withdrawal penalty. That's like bailing your money out.
For real.
And did anybody find out what the return is?
0.8, 0.75,
How much?
around 0.8.
0.8%?
Yeah.
0.8? Now, how many of y'all want to put a truckload of money in the bank now?
I'm good.
And what do you think the bank gonna do with your money?
Use it to make them.
No, they ain't spending.
They gonna cash flow and
Yeah, they gonna make money out of
cash
your
flow,
money.
they gonna go cash flow.
Y'all finna get some education today, because I ain't through with you. I'm just setting you up. I mean, not setting you up in a bad way. I'm setting your mind up to receive some learning.
Amen.
But see, here's the Joneses. Now they got their money in that bank. They ain't got no money in the money market account. Okay, shoot, man, they
You know what, I
got.
have a question.
I got an answer.
So, when you say they have their money in their savings and it's not a good thing, so what is your suggestion?
My suggestion is build an emergency fund, and I can go to Fidelity or one of these other mutual funds, and they got a money market account that'll probably pay me about 2.5.
Okay. Okay.
That's what I do for building. Yes.
Okay.
And that's what I would do for building my emergency fund.
Okay.
Now, as far as other savings, I show though, I have enough money in my bank account to cover any kind of transaction I do with my debit card. Make sure those unbalanced. Other than that, bye Felicia. I mean, talk about the bank.
I felt that was personal.
That's why I had to be group. I had to be group because y'all see that movie, there was a movie.
I had to look up words like, oh.
Yeah.
You know the movie I'm talking about? Yeah, they say, bye, Felicia, but I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about the bank.
Okay.
Hi, Felicia. Please forgive the brother, okay? So now, look what else they got. 6,000 in the money market funds. They got 5,000 in a CD. Please tell me y'all don't think they're highly educated. They got 2 or 3 PhDs, but they are not financially educated, and it's obvious. Okay? Bank love them though. They own their new house and stocks. They got cash value life insurance. And what else they got? Oh, they got a mutual fund. Man, so yeah, they got some money, don't they? Yeah. Now you put all that in there. Oh, wait a minute. They got IRAs. They got employee savings plan. Wow. Principal resident. Cars. Home furniture. Man, look at that. They got some stuff, don't they? Now let's go down here and take a look at their liabilities. See, now, remember this. Assets are things that you own that can make you money. If you convert it to cash, it make you money. Liabilities are things that you own that cost you money. Okay? Now here on liabilities, they got charge account balance of $7,500. They need the debt eliminated. They need my income. But they got personal loan. But no, they need to see us. They got student loan. They got auto loan. They got the 401k loan.
Huh? How you feel?
Oh, you borrowed from your 401k?
Oh, I never.
Yeah, good news. You're glad you didn't. Because the more you take away the money that's making you money. But when you borrow from it, you just took away money that makes money, compound interest, and you got to pay it back.
Yeah, and it's your money.
Hello.
I get that.
Here's the gimmick. You can borrow this from yourself and pay it back at an interest rate way less than what you pay at the bank. But if you look at the future value of the earnings on that money, if you left it alone like you did, left it alone, that money making you money. When you take it out, it ain't making money for you no more. So it costs you more money to borrow from your retirement fund. Okay? I'd rather go borrow from the bank and pay the bank back early.
Right.
Bank always offer me some stuff with a 0% interest for this introductory period for 12 to 18 months. You know what I do? I take them up on it and pay it off in less than 12 months anyway. That's called opium. Y'all know about opium, right? Not the drugs.
Not the Jesus.
Other people's money. OPM.
Okay.
Based on it. So I know how to do the bank. Okay.
Where you get this stuff from?
You just break them
He
down.
makes it up.
It's that come up and out of me. It's that stuff that come up and out of me.
I have a question. So, when you're doing this, if you have more than one bank account, do you combine it all?
Yes.
Okay.
Good question. Because you're giving the total, consolidated, combined. Okay. Now, you see here, you got all that stuff in there, the home mortgage. Now, what you do next, you put all your information in, and you notice you get an add for everything on each one of them, liabilities and assets. When you get through, you hit save, changes, and return. And what it does now, it's going to go and add up everything you put in assets, and add up everything you put in liability, and then subtract the two. So now, you go over here to B. And there's all of their assets. Now, Mr. and Mrs. Joneses, they got total assets of $112,000. How y'all like that? $112,000 assets. That's how much their assets is. Now let's go take a look at their liabilities though. That's the assets. Now, the liabilities, it adds it all up. They got $422,500 liabilities.
So that's more than they assets.
So look at their net worth then.
That is 4 times more than
Yeah, they can
Their net worth is a minus $310,500. They're worse off than you. And you thought they got it going on because they got the nice car, nice house, nice this, that, and other. Mr. Jones wearing some gators that's still snapping. They're so fresh. and they so broke. Does this make sense?
Yes.
It is imperative, ladies and gentlemen, that you do your balance sheet. It might take you a little tedious time to fill it out. You gotta research, get your information if you ain't got it handy. But fill it out, then you know where you are. To get to wherever you're going, no matter where you're going, to get to wherever you're going, you gotta start from wherever you're at.
That's right.
It's important to know where you are. Does this help?
Yes, yes.
All right, let me close that one out. Now, let's pull out your sheets. I'm gonna show you why you don't want to go to the bank. I'm gonna show you why you want to use the debt eliminator. Yes, ma'am.
The banker's sheet.
Let's first talk about the secret that the bank got. I ain't gonna stumble on this one, boy, because I love them.
Okay.
I'll make sure I get myself right with
Is
these
it a
here.
bloody mess?
You say so.
Is it a
I know.
bloody mess or
Huh? No, we're gonna start out with the bank secret.
baker's
The
secret?
first page, that one. Really good.
Oh, yes. Now, up there at the top, it says, the banker's secrets is use the rule of 72. The 72 in that blank.
And the first little box?
Yep. No, the 72. The rule
Oh,
of 72.
you mean 72 divided by the?
No, right there, the first
There's a
one.
line over there.
Rule.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I
Okay.
never saw that one.
Now, the next line, you see that blank next to divided?
Yes.
72.
72.
Divided by the
Jesus.
interest
Divided by the interest.
equals your money doubles.
I'm sorry.
Your money does.
72 interest and the.
Oh, girl, I'm so tired.
So 72 divided by the interest rate equals your money doubles. They tell you how long it takes for your money to double. If you borrow money, they tell you how long it takes for you to pay back double what you borrowed. Let's take a mortgage, 30-year mortgage. Let's say you got a pretty good credit score, you got a 6% interest. 72 divided by 6 is what, 12? Yeah? 6 times 12 is 72. So that means in 12 years you paid back what you borrowed, didn't you? But you financed it for 30 years, didn't you?
Right.
Okay, in 24 years you paid back double what you borrowed, didn't you?
Yeah.
You paid for the house 2 times. But in 30 years, you paid for the house 2.5 times. How many D's you gonna get?
One.
But you paid for it 2.5 times.
You only get one.
Bottom line.
Like, stop, please, like.
Stop rolling.
You don't put yourself in emotional status.
Okay. Now, here comes the good news. But now first, that first square.
Yes.
I want you right on top of that. Good National Bank.
On top of the square.
Yes.
Okay.
What? Oh,
On top.
good, what? I'm sorry.
Good National Bank.
Okay.
GNB. Let me tell you why I call it Good National Bank. So they give you 4%. Put that 4 in there.
So then under the National Bank is 4%.
Yes. And why I call it Good National Bank? We just talking about what the bank doing.
Right.
So this bank gives you 4, they good. Right? Now 4 goes to 72 what? 18, so your money doubles every 18 years. Now by power vested in me as the money doctor, I give unto you this day $10,000. And you are now 29 years of age.
So then we're gonna put 10,029.
There you go. So put your 10,000, now where it says 29. Age 29, 10,000. And then that money gonna double every what, 18 years? So 18 years down the road, you're at 47 and it doubled to 20. And 18 years more, you're 65 and it doubled again, now it's 40. And you're retired. Question, how long can you live on $40,000 in your retirement?
Not long, because you got inflation and
A
everything
day
else.
or 2.
Just like his day, Daddy.
Remember I showed you that cost of living doubled, didn't it?
Yeah.
At least once. Now,
Girl.
you're broke. And 65 plus, where you starting over at?
My econ.
Hello?
You
Felicia.
already had, every Friday you got paid.
Felicia, you know we got some people that's over 60 plus, 70 years old, got in my econ at that age.
Wow, see, I'm
Jack.
there.
Because folks realize, man, I got to do something because this
Yes.
This ain't working right.
it ain't working.
It's broke.
Now, on the next one, I want you to call that one Better Bank. Because they gonna do a little bit better than the good one.
Better.
Yeah, Better Bank. Because they gonna give you 6%. Now, ain't that better than 4?
Yes, it is.
And both of them better than the big bank. Now,
BB.
so your money gonna double every 12 years at 6%. Now let's take that $10,000 out, and at 10,000 you 29.
Oh, 10,029.
Now 12 years you're 41, it doubles to 20. 12 years you're 53, it doubles to 40. And 12 more years you're that magic number 65, it doubles to 80, and you retire. For how long?
Taking a 2 days.
Yeah, because you gotta go do the security job.
One day?
You gotta go do the security job.
Hello? If they still hiring.
Or Walmart.
Okay, yeah.
Watch this. If Walmart still hiring, you know they're already automating.
That's true.
Yes.
If you go catch some of these Walmart late at night when they doing the stocking, they got a little robot going through there doing stuff.
Going down the aisle with you, ain't that nothing?
Hello?
I said, what is this?
Look, sidebar. Politics, they talk about the Mexicans or what have you are coming here taking your job. No, they ain't.
It's the robots.
Hello?
It scans
Automation,
the shelves.
technology,
Yeah.
artificial intelligence.
It scans the shelves to see what's on there,
Yeah.
expiration dates, but I don't know how it does that going down the aisle. It ain't moving nothing.
But
It's
they,
not gonna move, that's just gonna scan.
tell you something. Don't fall for the hook that they're playing in politics.
Right.
It don't matter what politics happen. Let's make sure your finances are straight. It don't matter who's in the White House. They ain't gonna put no weed in your house.
Right.
Tell me which one did it.
Right.
Not one. Now, any question on them two? Now let's go over here on that other one. I want you to put in capital letters. The bank.
I wonder what this bank is.
Oh, well, see, the bank, they want that big pretty building downtown. They got chandeliers, they got marble floors, granite countertops, they got phone spin, they got security, they got fancy people.
You better stop.
They got everything but what?
Put that in my bag.
My econ.
What?
Money.
Hello? They got everything but money.
Wow.
But they got a gimmick to get yours.
I bet you they
Oh,
do.
back in the day, you remember they used to give you a free toaster oven? Or then they gave you a microwave if you order
They
a
used to give
account?
you them free, what was them green, what was them stamps back in the day for your,
S&H green stamps?
no, for your book, to put in your book?
That's what I'm saying. S&H green stamps. I didn't know you was right.
Yes, you used to go to the store, that's what they used to give you.
Blue chips.
Yeah,
Blue
they used to give you them extra chips, and you go there and get your little dishes and stuff, don't play. Don't play.
Let me tell you what they doing today though.
Be up in that store.
That on Facebook, y'all remember this?
Well, let me tell you what they're doing today. They would say, we'll give you the first $200 if you open up a direct deposit.
They sure
They just say, they do.
And it works because people hold them up all day long.
Yeah, but not this one.
So guess what? That's how they got you $10,000. Now let's talk about what the bank gonna do with your money.
You know,
somebody
what's
else.
interesting about that is they say they'll give it to you, I think, after a year of you being there, but they've already gotten interest.
Right.
So it's really your
It's a
money.
gimmick,
Yeah.
but it works. If people open an account, and they do direct deposit, so they don't have to see you when you come in. They ain't got to put on a fake smile. You ain't got to come in, direct deposit, and automatic withdrawal. Watch this. Now, the bank, this is the bank with your money. This is the bank with your money. Who money?
My money.
And what the bank gonna do? They got investment knowledge. They go invest your money. Now, the bank is making 12% off of whose money?
My money.
And that means your money gonna double for the bank every 6 years.
12% 6 years.
Yep. Now, at age 29, you took your money to the bank, 10,000. In 6 years, the bank is doubled it to 20. At age 41, the bank doubled it to 40. And then 47, 80. And then 160. Then 320,000. And at age 65, the bank has made $640,000 off of whose money?
Mine.
They're gonna turn around and give you 40,000.
You must have lost your mind.
You said how much?
They're gonna give you $40,000. They made $640,000 off of your money. They made $600,000 off of your money. You leaving your money in the bank is a $600,000 decision.
The devil's a liar.
What came after 160?
160 was 320,
320,
and 320 doubles to 640,000.
640.
And they're gonna turn around and give you 40,000.
I'm gonna need that 600, y'all can keep.
Oh, wait a minute now, let's get real. That's if you got 4%.
That's true. That's the thing that you with.
That is funny.
Oh my God.
Now, you think that's funny?
You should cry.
When, watch this, now this is before COVID, when you go in the bank, and you walk up to the teller, they smile and reach and all that thing, and they do your transaction thing, and what they got on that granite countertop? A big old jar of what?
There's either pins or lollipops.
Lollipops, suckers.
Oh.
They calling you in
You
the
know
face.
what? That's wrong.
That's what they calling you, and you get a handful.
I do. I really do. It'd be my
Put me in front, give me your
You know what?
generation suckers.
You about to make me go to the bank and be like, I need y'all to remove all these suckers.
Watch this. If you took the time to look at the label, what kind of sucker? I looked at them. They dum-dums.
Say blow pops.
No, dum-dums.
I'm getting a little
Yeah. They are dum-dums.
Got some nerve, don't they?
They are
I'm going to the bank telling them they need to remove.
But see, they probably already have because of COVID.
Well, yeah, you right.
But soon as the coast is clear,
They gonna put them back.
Soon as it's clear.
does this help you?
Yeah.
Now let's go over here to the next one.
We gotta go to the bottom.
The bottom part.
Okay.
Oh, okay, bottom part.
Yeah.
In summary, leaving your money in the bank is a $600,000 decision.
600.
And that's the bottom line.
Ish.
And that loan your money to the bank 10 times, banks earn $600,000.
That space is not that big.
What?
It's gonna be 6,000.
This is 600.
It's 600K. Using whose money?
Mine.
And you think that's bad? Turn to the bloody mess.
A bloody mess?
The bloody mess.
It's the next page.
No, it's not. That's the strategy session.
Okay, just go to the bloody mess. I think they're all out of order.
Do you not have what it is?
No, it's just the one you signed.
Let me see.
Oh, there was one extra paper. So maybe I missed them.
Really?
Is there extra, like, just a bloody mess over there by itself?
Oh, yeah.
You see them two pages, the page that says the bloody mess. Okay, now I'm gonna really mess you up.
That ain't
Now,
right.
if y'all put down your knives and your pistols, I don't wanna get shot. I think I already get disturbed about the truth.
Okay.
But what the Bible
I
says,
know, I get the truth. I
the
see, I'm
truth will
free.
set you free if you accept it.
At least I know I'm not crazy.
Now let's go to the bloody mess. Interest is the price.
Interest is the price.
The price you pay for the right to own something in advance that you cannot afford.
Interest.
Interest is the price you pay for the right to own something in advance that you cannot afford. What is the definition of debt? DEBT stands for what?
Don't
Even buy that.
Hello, learning is taking place. Because there's a price you pay. And the price you pay is called interest. And let's take a look at it. Now, let's say in this example, line one, you owe, let's say $5,000. I'm just going to use this for one credit card, can I? So you owe $5,000. Now, you pay the minimum monthly payment, so you pay $100 a month. And they never miss a payment.
Come on, talk about it.
Your interest rate is 21% though.
God.
Now, let's go calculate what is your monthly interest rate. You take 21% divided by 12 months equals 1.75%.
1.75.
That is your monthly interest payment coming out of that $100 payment you made. Now, let's go break that down. Let's go compute. You got it? It'd be 21% divided by 12 months equals to 1.75%. Now, your interest payment, now the way you convert that 1.75% to a decimal, you move the decimal point 2 places to the left. So you got to create a 0. So in this case, your interest payment will be 0.0175. 0.0175.
Can you say that again, please?
Okay, to convert your percent to a decimal point, you move the decimal 2 places to the left.
Right.
So that will be on line 5. Your interest payment will be 0.0175 times $5,000. That's the amount that you owe. Equals $87.50 per month.
1,000 times 5,000? 0.0175 times.
Times 5,000. And that's times the amount that you owe.
Okay.
How much you borrow. Now, what does that tell you right there? That right there?
They robbing us.
Why were you blind? You making $100 a month payment. $87.50 of that payment went to the interest.
You ain't even paid, started paying for the car yet.
No! Do you see why when you make the payments month after month, you have to get, then you look at your statement, this thing ain't moved.
Yeah.
Because it went to the creditor. That makes sense?
Yes.
Now, Bishop, you ready to leave?
No,
Okay, but don't leave too soon.
no, you go.
Okay. Now, so check this out. How much is your principal payment? Your principal payment is the difference. $12.50.
I'm real bad.
I mean, you pay $100 and $12.50 went to the interest. I mean, went to the principal.
So, is that why they tell you pay a little bit more? So
Yes.
More will go towards
Yes, ma'am.
principal? Okay.
And when you make that extra payment, specify principal only.
Yeah. Dang.
Because otherwise, they'll just make it an additional payment.
Yeah. No.
Yes.
I've been robbed.
Yes.
I've been robbed.
Now you understand what I mean when it says, I say it's easy to rob you when you don't know you've been
You
robbed.
gotta
Yeah.
specify. I thought
Specify.
I was doing something.
Yeah, you were doing something. You was
Yeah, I was.
you was making
Not
a
what I thought.
you were making a
Just making them rich.
you were poking a hole in it, but you didn't put a fist in it.
Oh, 87.5?
This is how I would pay off a 30-year mortgage in probably about less than 20 years. Because the extra payment specify principal only. Now,
Okay, wait, let me write that down.
by this time, let's see, by June of next year, I'll be down to nothing but a house note. And guess what I'm gonna be doing? I'll pop $1,000 every month, principal only. My mission by the end of this decade, I'm gonna be completely debt free. I don't owe, look here, I don't have to pay you attention if I don't want to. That's called freedom.
Yes, it is.
Okay? Now, let's take a look at the reality of you going through this. See, this is what the bank is not telling you. Now, okay, your reality, you borrowed $5,000, right? You divide that by the principal, the $12.50. 5,000 divided by $12.50.
Oh, I missed 6.
6? Oh, your principal payment was $12.50.
$12.50.
That's what we've been talking about.
Oh, okay.
Now, so your $5,000 that you borrowed, divided by the $12.50 per month that's going on principal, equals 400 months. That's how long it's going to take you to pay off a $5,000 credit card debt. Now, let's convert that a little bit. Let's talk about, I talk about putting your money in money jail, right?
Yeah.
Let's see what the sentence is. 400 months divided by 12 months in a year equals 32 33 years.
Jesus.
That's if you ever paid it off.
Wow.
So what more people do? They pay it down and build it back up, pay it down and build it back up. I told you about them 12 months.
400, how many months?
400 months.
400 months,
Divided by
12 months a year, equals 33 years.
And that's at the minimum payment though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's what most people are making is minimum payments.
Okay, so when we finish this, can you talk about how should you pay your credit card bill?
I sure will.
Okay.
Yeah, you got the right question, the right somebody. Now, your bank earns, in this case, your bank earns $87.50. Remember, that's the interest you're paying, right? $87.50 times 400 months
That's how much they make it, yeah.
equals $35,000. In other words, that $5,000 credit card debt costs you $30,000.
Jesus. See, that's why I just don't.
But see, they're not teaching this in school.
Thank you. Thank you.
They don't want you to know.
33 years, that's crazy.
Uh-huh.
I'm so distraught right now, I don't even know what to do.
Now you see what I know what it is.
I'm just distraught. Like,
But see,
you got me messed
that's what sets us
You should pay
apart.
it all at once.
That's what sets my econ apart. We teach this stuff.
Y'all got a credit card? No?
No.
No more than.
But we'll teach you how to get one at a low interest rate.
Well, I need you to work with me on the side with that shit then.
Okay?
I'm trying to build up my credit, so.
I don't
Yeah,
want
my
to
econ.
credit card.
That's what we do.
Credit card.
You
But see,
use it to your
and the
advantage.
thing is, Holly, when you apply what we teach, that's when the things start happening. That's when you start seeing results. If you hear it and don't apply it, it don't matter.
Right.
If you got these tools and don't use them, it don't matter.
Okay, so Mr. Sadler, can you talk?
I became Mr. South Bell.
I'm sorry.
He the money guy. He the money
got some
guy.
respect.
No, serious, no. I made a mistake a little earlier. When I was talking about the banks, and I said, like, I was going over the balance sheet.
I know what you said.
And I said, bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
Felicia,
Say you got whip plans for life.
I got that off that movie.
But I need to know, when you have a credit card, how should you pay it off? Because I need to see what I'm doing wrong or right.
Okay, let me tell you exactly what you do. You want to pay.
Number 9?
No, you know you got number 9?
Yes, you
Yeah,
did.
finished.
You got $87.50
A month.
Then.
times 400
This
months
right here.
equals $35,000. And that's a mess.
Yes.
On
Now, on the
$5,000.
credit card, you can make the minimum payment, okay, either on the due date or before. Now, here's the way these banks are trying to get slick, is you want to make that payment before the date, is the minimum payment. Now that it has been accepted and recorded, and then when the due date comes, you don't have nothing you got to pay, you already paid it, right? Now make your extra payment and specify principal only.
Okay, see, that's one.
Okay.
So before the day, before it's due.
Okay.
So you
I
pay the
can
minimum
pay
payment before it's due.
But what if I pay,
We're talking
so
Credit
I pay before, but I pay more before.
But hold on, don't pay the,
No, she's saying make the
strategically,
So then just pay the minimum on the due date and then pay.
Before the due
extra
date,
and
Before
then
the
put-
due date.
see,
I mean,
yeah,
before-
let's say if the payment is due on the 1st of November. Let's say if you pay the payment this week, before it's due, so you get a statement, and they tell you when it's due. So you make the minimum payment before the due date. Now it's already recorded in the system as payment made. So now when you check on payment, there's no payment due. That you make your extra payment and specify principal only. Because see, some institutions, what they do, they take that extra payment and just add it to an extra payment.
So how do you do that, especially with the way technology is with just like sending it through like virtual
You have to call
things?
it.
Okay?
Yeah.
You gotta
But then
specify.
when you call them, you gotta pay like a $3 or $5 fee to
Oh,
pay
no, no,
for
no,
the
no, no,
payment.
No, you write a notation.
Complain, that's what I do.
Yeah.
No, because
You have an automatic draft of the extra.
well, it's just, because now you don't, if you talk to somebody, you have to pay, there's all these different things that you pay. So the only way you don't pay is if you mail it in or if it's automatically taken from out of your account. So then how do you, if it's automatically taken out,
Yes.
how do
You
you?
call their customer service.
Uh-huh.
And you tell them specifically, you write down who you're talking to and the date and time. And you tell them specifically, on this extra money that I have coming in, I want it to be going to principal only. You gave them specific instructions, you know who you gave it to and what date and time it was.
And their employee ID number.
And they may not give you that, but you get that
Or
name.
either name or employee ID.
Yeah.
Either or, yeah.
See, that's how you get a, now you got a document. If they did not do what you specified, now you go back and say, this is who I talked to on this day. And they gotta make it right.
What else?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Sandberg, I just got a Macy's card because I'm working on trying to build my credit. You know, spending a third of it and paying it off before it's due. Now I just learned I'm doing that a little wrong. But when I went to pay the first bill, it said I owed $224. But then it said my balance was like $299. They could not even explain to me how could I owe
Okay.
this, but then it said and then I paid it off.
They said, what did you say, what was what?
Okay, so it said that I owed, it said that I owed $224.
Uh-huh.
And then it said under that balance, $299. And I was asking, well, what is the difference if I owe this amount?
The
What
interest,
is it?
the difference is interest.
That was the interest. Okay, so that's what
I have a question. So what about they try to, this is one of my credit cards. They be trying to have me pay for 2 months instead of 1 month.
Okay,
Now-
they try to get you to pay for 2 months instead of 1 month?
Yeah, let's say I called to make a payment for
Yeah.
October,
Uh-huh.
but I noticed my payment is higher, and they was like, oh, well, this is the payment for October and November. So I had to tell them I don't want to pay for November, I want to pay.
Okay,
Because
yeah.
they charging you a month in advance. And
Well, unless you were close to your payment due dates. And they were trying to just go ahead and get that payment on, since your payment, or you're making the payment for October now, and that might have been like past the due dates,
No, it's like the day before.
the day before the due dates,
Mm-hmm,
for October.
mm-hmm.
Then what you do November too?
Well, they will try to get you paid for November too.
that's because they're trying to pay their own.
They're trying to get some, that's something that they try to do, because they'll.
They trying
And I just tell them, no, I don't want to pay, I just want
Right,
to
you
pay.
just tell them, I want to make this payment here now, and then I want to make another payment, I'll pay it right there and pay it.
And I pay a little extra.
Yeah, and you make sure you tell them on any extra, I want to go to principal only. See, when you specify, then they got to do what you said.
All those calls are like recorded, right?
Yes, they are.
They say it's
They say-
recorded for training purposes.
purposes.
No, it's really
No, it's
recorded
for purposes.
for purpose of covering their behind.
Right.
And I sometimes tell them, if I got a dispute issue, I say, I want to make sure this is being recorded. Is it being recorded right now?
And they be like, yes, sir.
I want to make sure. So you gonna have somebody's name? Yes, I write down the name and the time I talked to them and the date. So if you try to say, no, I didn't, okay, play back, this date and time you play back your recording.
That's what I'm talking about.
Call me Watergate.
Hey.
Okay. Any question? Does it make sense? Does it help you? Now, the last thing I want to do, we talked about the tools, right?
Yeah, I did do.
Then let's see. I did things a little different from what we had in sequential order, but I got them all covered. And the last thing I want to cover is, what did I do with my schedule?
It's right next to the cheese.
Was it, who owns my cheese? Who owns my cheese?
Sniff and scurry.
That's not it.
Have you guys?
Okay, yeah.
I just see the vision building.
That one, let's see.
From the
Here we go.
invitation from.
I think, well, last time I want to cover is show y'all, introducing German war, right? Okay, tell you what. Okay,
Yes, sir.
if you will,
Yes.
let's do the PCP tomorrow.
Oh, okay. You went with.
I did the bank of secret, but I do want
Okay,
to let
yes,
you come to
sir.
PCP. And that's a personal cash flow plan.
Yes, sir.
Now, I just wanted to do real quickly, the cash flow manager. I mean, cash flow strategist. And I usually do the cash flow manager tomorrow, but I got a couple of things I want to do because I want to let you go.
That was me.
Or either. I can do that.
Okay, listen, I want to show you here. Can I get back up there?
We're gonna try and get there.
Well, hold on, let me log in.
Yeah. Let's decide.
Let me log in first. Are we good?
Sorry.
Yeah, we good?
It's already set.
Nobody ready.
They made an appointment.
Okay, one last thing I want to cover with y'all today.
Really?
I need you also to, cut it
We need
aside.
to,
Cut it like a.
Got it right?
Man,
I was gonna say that you wanna go eat, don't you have an appointment at 7, right? Do you wanna go eat real quick and then come back for the appointment?
Okay, let me close this one out first.
He didn't get it faster. He doesn't care.
remember I told you you should be here?
Is she here?
Not
No,
yet.
but you're gonna be at 7, I was gonna say, did you wanna go eat and then we'd be back here about 7 for the appointment?
He gonna miss his.
We're trying to make
Oh,
we're trying to make the Mediterranean restaurant quick.
oh, okay, then
Or
we can do that
maybe over
then.
here.
Okay, so, no.
But it's up to you, I'm not.
No. We'll pause for the calls.
Amen.
No, that's $15. Don't be playing with my
I was gonna say,
That being said,
especially since you like, let's go. You just say, not today, Felicia, and you gotta. And now you have to go sit down and have dinner.
okay, no, okay, so.
You gotta be there right.
That's a good time to pause and let me do this before we go.
My stuff is already packed up.
You know, one of the things that.
You know you can't leave none of this like this tonight, right? We gotta close that.
No, I didn't realize.
Oh, it's a church tomorrow.
Yeah.
But when we come
Yeah,
back,
we do that
when we come back for the appointment.
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
don't-
we ain't gonna go long.
Yeah,
Now, look at, y'all
we'll come back.
know my background in the military. I was a senior officer, high ranking officer. I was a lieutenant colonel. And as lieutenant colonel, man, I could do some things to mess up your life.
What?
I'm sure you could
have.
have.
Stroke with a pen, I can put you in jail.
My God.
Stroke with a pen, I can take your stripes, I can take your
Thank
pay.
God for redemption.
Wow.
I can do everything negative, but I can't do nothing positive. If I want to put you up for promotion or award recommendation, I can write it up and you had to go like to a general to approve it. And it can get knocked down. Am I ain't gonna? I can't do nothing to you negative.
Hallelujah.
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 Thank you, Jesus. But I can do a heap of stuff positive.
Yes.
I like to heap on positivity.
Yes.
So,
Go ahead.
come on up, sir.
No.
Yeah. Because see, what was you know, we're gonna talk about the compensation plan. But I just wanted to show you what has happened that you did not know about. What had happened was.
What happened? Tell us. What happened, sir? Look at us. Y'all in it. He can't even.
But it says here, Vision Builders Network Certificate of Promotion in recognition of your outstanding performance and commitment to excellence. My Econ, the personal financial success company, proudly promotes Bishop Michael Hodges to the leadership position of And with that comes a little bit of bling bling. Bling bling.
Check you out. You ain't even gotta keep up with the job.
I'm wearing this every day. I want that way.
Oh, you better read that one.
I'm looking at C0. I see 0.
No, read it out loud. Bishop said he want one of these.
I do want one of those.
What it say?
It says, my Econ 1 million. 1 million. Cash flow club.
Yes.
I'm in agreement. We go check.
Let me get the shake. I'm in agreement.
Oh my God, I love it.
So
I'm surprised, I'm surprised.
when you wear your pin, I'm gonna wear my pin.
Now, the
I'm
way
surprised.
you get to that, if we do award recognition, remember, you always hear me harping about do the cash flow success, the little gold thumb up I showed you. That's how that's calculated. That's how to come to see what you're doing.
Okay.
So you go, when we get ready for our conference, they're gonna ask you, submit your cash flow. Now, don't just throw some wicked number out the sky. They know how to verify. Okay? Because they're gonna say, send us a copy of your cash flow success. See, if the company don't see it, nobody has access to your stuff.
Gotcha.
But if they need you to verify something that you just said because it don't sound right, they just say, take a picture of your cash flow success calculator and send it up. Now, if you've done that, it's easy to
Oh,
send
I thought you wanted to
it.
get a closer look at it. You want to get a closer look at it?
Oh, I have that, I'm sorry.
Oh, you excuse me?
Yes, I do, it just doesn't have your name on it.
Oh.
It has my name on it.
She got hers.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't get the Grand Prix.
Let me stop it.
Everybody.
Whatever.